off video.
Yeah, I know. I caught myself. I gotta watch Room for the Hype.
What was that RTO said yesterday, though? He just wanted to say something.
Who making the margarita? Hey, what's going on? It's that time again. It's Talk That Stuff, number 84. Hey, in the building. Let's meet the panel. Let's meet the panel. Up first, after a long hiatus, from Fayetteville, North Carolina, now in Jersey, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to Talk That Stuff, Big Stacks. Salutations. From Evidence, also been on a long hiatus now in North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back to Talk That Stuff. Yeah, number.
Peace, family, peace.
From Alabama now, by way of St. Louis, ladies and gentlemen, he also had a long hiatus, a dirty old men month, 6 days. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome back Mr. Dixie Feely.
Tad, what the fuck, man?
Up next, from Detroit City, Detroit versus everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Let's also welcome to Talk That Stuff, also on a long hiatus. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike Notes.
What up, people? What's good, people?
What up, Notes?
What up,
Dad?
Next, from O-Town, Oakland, USA, the West Side's the best side. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to Talk That Stuff, Mr. RTO Beats.
Putting colonizers to the ground.
Up next, from Saginaw, Michigan. Saginaw, Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to Talk That Stuff. She's blessed and also she's that blessed girl. And I am from Jersey, now in Florida. I am DJ WIDEBODY, and this is Talk That Stuff number 84. That's also sitting in B Conductors right now. It's Mental to God. Guy here will be with us shortly, and a couple others that we're waiting on. Davenport, Taylor Lee, Black Math. Meanwhile, let's get it and let's go. What's going on, everybody? What's happening?
Chilling, man.
Chilling, man. Chilling. Another Sunday has passed. It is February 25th, almost the end of February. Ladies and gentlemen, the year of 2018 is definitely moving by at a fast rate. We'll welcome everybody here. Also welcome everybody in the chat. Another week gone. I was just talking briefly behind the scenes to Dixie about the Black Panther movie. I don't know how many of you here have seen the movie, but he gave it a 9.5 stars, and I was just interested to know why not a 10 star.
Like I said, this isn't really not a knock. It's just personal preference. Has everybody here seen the movie first before I say anything?
Yeah, I seen the movie.
Not yet.
Yeah, I seen it.
BJ gave it
I can't really go. I can't go into that then. But it's nothing. It's something real small. Just a small nitpicky preference. That's it.
Okay.
Other than that, the movie was flawless.
Can I say one thing? Because one thing. Wakanda is not real, motherfuckers. Calm down.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who thought it was real.
Hey man,
No,
it's feeling my
and
mind. Damn it, shit. No.
I'll say this. I'll say this much. My little small itty bitty issue is not with nothing like that. It's with a fight scene. That's how I'll say that.
Well, okay, yeah, I got you on that. Yeah,
That's it.
I'm with you on that.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
But ain't nothing major. Like
Yeah,
the story was the story, all the story, everything else around the movie was A+.
Yeah,
Yep. I know why you would say that.
yeah.
Next time.
Yeah, we'll wait
I
till Sack
think-
see
I
it. Wait
think
till Sack
they-
see it, then we'll talk about it.
Oh no, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, Dax, you
I'm
seen it?
not, no, I haven't seen. No, I'm just not a spoiler alert type. Anyway, I'd see it anyway. It don't matter.
I mean, yeah, we probably will be spoiling saying something.
Well, you mind if I say what it was then, Sack?
No, man, no.
Go ahead.
I just didn't like the fact they made Black Panther look so weak in that first fight. That's the only thing. Versus Killmonger. That's the only thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Like they made it look like he was just nothing. You know, it's like at least let him get. He got a couple of punches in, but at least make him look, somewhat equal to him.
Okay.
You had to, that
But
was-
Killmonger is trained though.
I know, but still, they could have. It was almost
The
like
second fight, though, I think.
huh?
It was a little easy. I admit
No,
that.
it was two fights. It was two fights.
It was
The first
two
fight
fights.
was for the crown.
For
And
the
the second
crown.
fight, and the second fight was the revenge fight.
Yeah,
That first fight,
yeah. That first
He
fight was
pretty
too
much-
easy.
yeah, it was
I
way
agree.
too easy to me.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the only thing I ain't like. Other than that, it was a great movie. Like I said, I'm gonna go see it again. I'm gonna buy it on Blu-ray when it comes out. Like, for me, it's one of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But to your point, though, I'm kind of tired of all this armchair philosophy about the movie. Just fucking let the movie live. Shit.
Yeah,
It's entertainment, man. It's a movie. I mean,
Yeah,
goes back to a lot of shit, man. It's
Everybody want to be the smartest man in the room.
like,
I don't
it's
give a
movie.
damn.
right.
Just enjoy it. It's entertainment.
We should
Just
be
put it in its context.
We should be celebrating that. We gotta, you know what I mean? That's a big deal, man. People just want to knock it down. I haven't seen it yet. I'm not really a movie guy, but you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm happy that it's gonna break some. It's gonna break some records.
It
It
kinda
already
hit my
broke
butt,
records.
yeah.
Wow.
But the thing is, this is straight out of Compton, and this movie are the only two I can think of, predominantly black cast, black director, black everything, that had this kind of budget.
budget. Yeah, budget was ridiculous.
So Hollywood, what this proves is Hollywood is starting to open the pocketbooks when it comes to our movies. So to me, that's a milestone for me.
But
Because I was
now,
telling y'all before, what usually happens is our movies will be like 15 to 30 million at the most, and then they will short us on the theater accounts too. Like all the other big budget films, major studio films will get like 3,000 studios across 3,000 theaters across the world, but we only get like 1,500. So Strata Compton in this film, they rolled it out, just like they would in those white films. And I could say that to me, that's a milestone.
but I guess one thing I'll ask is, but isn't it Disney backed? Or am I getting that wrong?
Well, Disney owns
it's
Marvel, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So the one concern only one thing I would raise about it, it would be nice if we could own the rights and fund, basically front ourselves in that regard and keep the money. That's one negative I could raise about it.
Yeah, but to me, people who make that argument are being nitpicky again, because number one, the person who greenlighted this film was a black man.
Yep.
It was,
Right.
I forget his name right now. He's an executive at Marvel. He pushed for this movie to happen.
Yeah.
Black director, black lead actors, predominantly black cast. I mean, come on, people. Like, you can't have everything,
No,
Yeah,
but
eventually we would get to that point, but
That's what I was about to
you ain't gonna
say.
get everything you want every time.
No, I guess I'm saying since it's 2018 and we got a lot of black folks that got that money. I mean, I don't know if I can say wealth necessarily, but why can't
I mean, it's gonna take a lot of people to put up that kind of money. I think the budget was like 200 million or something like that.
Like,
I think a lot of people. And the last time we all came together and put money up for a film like that was Malcolm X. Michael Jordan, Bill Cosby, Spike Lee, Oprah Winfrey, all the rich people back then got together. Denzel put their money up to make that film happen because the studio had cut the funding and they weren't gonna put the movie out. So Spike,
of course not,
and Spike being resourceful called all his friends and they all came up, put the money up. But they still got us on that film because they only gave it 1,600 theaters as opposed to 3,000.
Right.
So with this,
you see,
right? So
being a major theatrical release,
I got
it's a Marvel joint. So
sometimes when you're trying to get someplace, you got to do certain things to get where you're trying to go. If
exactly,
ultimately we're gonna get our own shit, you maybe have to take. But that's a good look, man. It's just like my whole philosophy record label thing, man. As far as people say, I would never sign to a label. But if I ever had an opportunity to get a deal from a label, I probably wouldn't look at it from the money aspect because I'll get on there and they will help me get my name out there. And the next one I'd go, you know what I'm saying? So it's something.
And you get to build relationships in the industry.
Yep.
Like there are some positives to always walk away with, but some people only want to focus on the negative. Yep. And that's those kind of people I'm wary of.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
That 90% they take. That's tough, man. Versus the indie market. Well, this is a different business.
I mean, you can make it work for you. What you do is you make it a short-term deal, a 2-album deal. That's how you get around that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh, that split is terrible.
We'll see what hey, who's this director? I really don't know much about him. I see
Ryan Coogler.
Creed
from Cali.
Creed. I don't know if you heard about
RTO. Where is he from, RTO? First of all,
he from motherfucking Bay. You know what I mean?
He's from the Bay. And RTO, he did an interview on Hot 97. This dude is straight up the Bay.
No, I watched the whole fucking thing. My nigga is from D-Town. He is from the town and from Richmond. You can hear it. You can hear both accents together. Like
he's straight up the Bay.
No, he that's how to feel me with the boo Bobby, just same way I talk, same shit. He even talk more Bay than I do.
His first major film was that took off for him was Fruitvale Station.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell y'all to watch that. That's on Netflix right now too.
Yep. Fruitvale Station, then he did Creed, and then
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what made me connect to him is we kind of have similar stories. He was a college football player that was a little too short, too slow to go pro. But I went into the pharmaceutical industry, and he went to grad school to learn how to direct films. And his undergraduate degree had nothing to do with films at all. And he just kind of fell into it.
That's crazy. Wow.
I'm happy to see more young, melanated brothers or sisters.
Young.
This
man did Creed at 27.
Wow.
Yeah, he's young.
Wow.
And at the same time though, we gotta do our part to even get in those positions. I was having this conversation with my brother not long ago. It's like everybody wants to fight the good fight, but no one wants to do the good work.
Right. It's you know what it is, man. It's instant. Everyone wants everything.
It's generational, man.
You don't want to work for it, man. You rarely see. I'm seeing as like people don't want to go through the paying dues process and to be successful or whatever. And sometimes while you're doing that, you might fail and fall down. A lot of people fall down. Go ahead,
Let me tell you, last year, so my high school has a notorious history for using black athletes and throwing them away. They did that up until my brother and my best friend and high school teammate got into the coaching ranks there. And they started doing little things to make sure these kids had an option when they graduated. So they kind of changed the game at our school. Again, these are black men, so that's why it happened. But when we were playing, like these motherfuckers did all they could to kind of like not help you do anything. Right. So I remember when on my personal Facebook page, they always post who got scholarships where, and that's what this is. And it was like 2 years ago, and this was the biggest amount of black high school schoolers from my high school to get scholarships from places. So I made sure, and everybody was congratulating, but I made sure my post said, I want to congratulate these guys for putting themselves in a position to receive those scholarships. Okay. You know, and the statement I was trying to make is, yes, they did all the groundwork for that happen. They made sure their grade point average was high enough. They made sure they score high enough for the ACT. They made sure that their attitudes were right. They made sure that you know, that they did handle their business on the field. So that's the part people never really focus on. You know, people putting themselves in position to receive whatever they're supposed to get. You know, but
yeah, you're getting your Lenny Cook on. You know, half-ass it and then cry and whine.
Right. So like Ryan Coogler, like that brother, he went to school to do what he's doing. Right. You know.
Right.
He ain't lucky. He put in the work. You know, that's the point.
To put in the sports metaphor, he was coachable. A lot of these cats you can't tell.
Let's not forget about his girlfriend though. We got shot his wife out.
Yep. She's a key part in it because she's the one who told him he should, you know, get into writing stories and stuff.
Yep,
and helped him get right. Yeah. And he apparently there's a program called Final Draft that she helped him get, and bought for him to start writing scripts. You know,
that's dope.
Yep. Give her props too.
Always gotta have first lady to keep us balanced around here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a partnership. You know,
no doubt.
That's your sister. Yes,
I bounce stuff off my wife all the time. All the time.
I'm breath $300.
Hey, that's the man about here right now.
Bouncing off. Here we go again. I also want to talk about these young rock stars, if you will. NBA young.
It's Black History Month.
Been arrested for kidnapping. There's a video that came out, I think today or last night, of him assaulting his girlfriend.
I know,
his girlfriend got on whatever and said that we were just playing around. But I seen the video.
Yeah, don't look like no playing around to me.
Yeah, she was like, "Yo, if y'all get a chance, check that out, man. This like they're gonna eat him alive. These kids, man. Before we're talking about this. We're talking about the Tekashi 6ix9ine. This guy's like, man, I don't know what direction these kids are going in, man. It's not cool, man. Like, you basically asking to be murked, man. Asking to be you telling people to test your gangster and going to all these cities, man. You people are looking at you like you disrespecting they turf, man. These people are die for their turf. And you sitting there talking about I ain't got to check in with anybody. You know, it's we want to talk about that as well as we go along. During the night here, just off this youth, man, and shit they're starting. Anyone learn anything from Biggie and Pac, man, that should have been one of them. But obviously, these kids don't understand it.
They probably don't even know the history enough.
They don't. You gotta remember these kids weren't even alive at the time.
Right. And nobody's stepping to them physically either. Like back in the day, they're all on computers and phones. Well, we had real danger.
Let's be honest though. The biggest problem is these people ain't getting the right tutelage at home before they even got to this point.
Yep. Off rip.
I always had somebody. My dad went around as much, but I always had somebody to let me know what it was. Before I stepped out there and did something stupid. Or said something stupid. Again, because where I grew up, it was way different. Growing up in a small town, there was a different level of accountability as opposed to other places, as I've said before. Because everybody knows everybody knows where everybody lives. You have to somewhat consider that before you do something stupid or do something wrong to somebody.
Right. Right. True. And they don't.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Stack. You're up.
I was gonna say there was just more familiarity with family too. Remember, we used to interact, and we knew all the kids in the neighborhood, knew the families. So it was hard to, exert that violence on them when you know their mother. You see her face. Right. You go pick them up. Go ahead, go. Tell Billy we're going to play ball down the field. Okay, when he finishes homework, how you go? You can't shoot that guy down. You know his mama. Now everybody's anonymous in the house, virtual.
Oh, that ain't nothing. I know.
It dehumanizes you.
Two of my cousins was in different gangs, and one of the cousins shot the other one. Cousins.
By mistake or intentionally?
Nah, intentional.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? So
there's a dehumanization going on now.
Yeah, dehumanization. Thank you, Stacks.
You don't see them as people. This is a thing. You know what I mean? It's Mrs. Jones and shoot her son. It's hard to do
back in the day, if you did something wrong on the street, that neighborhood, they were gossiping and they knew everybody's business. By the time you get to the house, your mama knew but you did, and you got in trouble at the playground. Yeah. That's not.
Get that ass handled.
Mama out in the streets, she in the club more harder than the kids is, or you know, still, you know, you're not paying attention. A lot of people, man, like I keep saying, not everybody's suited to have to bear babies, man, and to reproduce, man.
Yeah, I give you an example. I give you a personal example of that. My cousin gave it ain't funny. It's sad, you know, gave him a big park jam party in Atlanta for him getting out of prison. To me, that ain't nothing to celebrate.
Nothing to celebrate, right?
Mm-hmm. And people say, I got my degree in prison. You could have did that on the outside.
You've been up top. There ain't nothing to be proud of. You've been upstate, so.
If anything, you know, if you're gonna give him a reward him with a free semester at the local technical school, you know.
Word up.
No, they know.
But my ultimate point in saying that is, you know, that's why I'm not so quick to blame these kids, because a lot of them come from bad parents.
You should have got some people, parents still party with them in the club with them.
Yeah, I know.
Right. I know parents were friends. They were parents. Hanging out.
And I've been many.
Let me tell you, my mom won't even. My mom won't even watch a comedy special with us. Like when I go home, everybody come home. Like my cousins, my sisters and shit. And so we'll pop in a DVD, you know, with somebody stand up on, and she won't even sit there and watch it with us because she don't feel right watching that kind of content with her kids. That's how my mom was. Is.
These days, yeah. Mama and daughter in the club. I'm like, what, y'all sisters? No, that's my mom. You like, that shit just awkward. Like, mom and
dad to tell you, we not your friends. We your parents.
That's the thing.
Right.
These parents are friends with their kids.
We're not your friends.
You know, you gotta be
talk to us like that.
Be molding these kids, man, to be productive citizens, man.
Catch a smack or belt. You don't talk to us like that.
Nope. It's just not like
there's nothing. No respect for adults either. They taught adults anyway. They get you backhanded back in the day.
Respect for
me. Wait a minute, baby. Get your butt out this room right now.
This is
grown folks. You guys
crazy,
agree?
Man.
Do you guys agree that they don't have respect for music either?
They don't respect for anything.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Manny.
You think any of these guys, the majority kids, these NBA young boys, and this, do you think any of them love music, man?
Perks.
Not the way we do.
Some do, some don't.
So you gotta understand that we come from an era where pre-internet music was all some of us had. I didn't have cable growing up, so I used to listen to the stereo a lot. You know, so that was my pastime. Listen to the stereo, talking on the phone. You know, landline. So my connections, my appreciation for music is not going to be the same as a kid who can go on YouTube and just listen to whatever you want to listen to and do other stuff while you listen to that. You know, music is just a part of their life. Music was my life at one point.
Yeah, it's background. It's background sound. It's not attended
to. Right. It's not the same.
You sat in the room. In fact, I remember back in the day, you put the headphones on, cut the light off so you could sense the music. You're all, you know.
Oh, I used to because I didn't have a TV in my room. I used to go to sleep to music.
I had to have some TV. You know. I used to listen to a lot of news radio. News radio. Just I always felt like, even I don't watch TV now, I always make the point to go to maybe this career headed our way. We don't know about it because we don't.
Somebody playing the buckets.
Oh, my bad. I just ran the dryer.
I thought it was too.
Bodies in there. Nah, I got a shower curtain in there.
Oh, okay.
That's a hell of a shower curtain.
Spark in the place.
What's good? I'm sorry, man.
What's good? What up, Sparks?
What's good, Dixie, man? How y'all doing?
Good.
You see Black Panther?
Did I go see Black Panther? Not yet.
Okay.
I'm not a movie dude, so it's not like it's the Black Panther. You know, I didn't go see any other movies that came out. To me, man, I don't know. 2 hours to sit in the dark room, man, I'm going to sleep.
All right. I didn't go see All Eyes on Me. Last one I seen was.
You didn't mention that with that one.
I don't like movie theater behavior now. People got phones out, they rude now. Like I get irritated.
Hey, let me ask you something. You think that shit was true? I see clips when Pac told Suge he wanted to leave, and Suge put out that damn receipt book out there, that vlog book, and showed him all the receipts about the money, and asked him what he gonna do about
it. From what I know, Pac did call for an audit, like within that last month of his life. He called for an audit, and I'm not sure if that was part of that, what they was playing up in the movie, but I do know he called for an audit to figure out where he stood financially with Death Row.
Well, I mean, he bailed him out, so I mean, that's a big bill right there. So
right, exactly. So you know, and that's not even talking about recording expenses. We talk, and you know, he had like 5 videos. Them videos went.
Any of these guys have any? Did any of these guys at that time have any wealth they could put their hands on?
The whole thing was different back then, man. Because number one, not just talking about Tupac, talking about any artist.
Yeah.
The deal structures were a lot different. Everybody was paid on a point system back then. That point was basically 1 point was 1 percentage point. So if you only got 3 points on a record, that means you only got 3% of that record. So most of the money they got were advances from the label or from the distributor, which in that case was Interscope. So most of their money they could put their hands on were via an advance. Big money, that is. And then also you got to remember, royalties pay out every 3 months. So it's not like you sell a million records and you get $8 million up. That's not the way it works. Like that money is spread out every 3 months. You get whatever you sold in that quarter. You know, but again, you don't get whatever you sold. You get how many percentage points you had on the record, which is not much back then.
It seemed to me that it's just
so they got their money through advances and through touring.
Touring, yep.
It looked like to me like Suge had all the money, and then when you was like, I need some. Oh, here's 5,000 right here, or here's a car.
Yeah, but you can't blame. I'm not blaming Suge for that because, again, yes, All Eyes on Me sold 5 million records, but it wasn't like it sold that amount day one. Like over that year, it sold that many. And again, the artist has to wait 3 months to see any money. So to keep them afloat, he would advance them $5,000 here, $10,000 there, make sure they got somewhere to stay, make sure they got something to ride around in. Like, so,
meal ticket, got to.
Like, so to me, he did the right thing in that sense. Like, why would you let your artist wait for their check and live in a motel and drive whatever or ride the bus? You know what I'm saying? So then if you look at Bone Thugs' situation, on Bone Thugs' first album, they were still living in the projects and riding public transportation when their hit songs were on the radio, because Eazy-E didn't advance them that kind of money like Suge was doing with his artists. So I don't blame Suge in that situation.
They were saying Eazy. Everyone talking about how Eazy was broke. They said he a gold mine. What?
Nah, he wasn't broke.
Eazy wasn't broke. Eazy had wow the money.
That one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to take care of that meal ticket. Doggone right. They're making you rich. Why wouldn't you?
I'm right.
I agree. That's crazy.
And I want to do something tonight. I want to go back and scrape on the brackets a little bit. I want to do a bracket tonight, basically on our people, our culture, people that have made impacts. Who has made the most impact, either good or bad, on our culture? Meaning it be music, politics, anything. We'll do something on that tonight. Real quick bracket.
You mean black culture in general?
Black culture in general. It could be music. It could be negative, positive.
Okay.
Got my old trusty bracket thing. So
are we gonna nominate them ourselves?
Yeah, let's nominate them ourselves. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, including myself. We'll have 2 people apiece. And
okay,
let's do that. And hold on, let me set up. You guys think about that for a second.
I'm ready whenever you're ready.
What we doing? My bad.
You got to nominate 2 people 2 black people who you think had a huge impact on black culture, past, future, or present.
Okay.
2 people.
Yep. Could be good or bad. Impact. People have done more, done more, could have been done bad, or could be a group of people.
Just an impact, period.
Should it be one and the other?
That's
one good,
saying.
one bad.
One pro, one con.
You can do that. You can have 2 good, 2 bad. Doesn't matter.
All right. R. Kelly. Let me see. Phew.
Well, I'm ready. If you got to think, BG.
Yeah, I'm ready too.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
R. Kelly is one of mine. So.
All right. So my positive is Barack Obama.
Okay.
Motherfucker, you.
He just don't. Yeah.
I'm going after the Stacks then.
And my negative, it can be. I hate to say negative, but it could be considered a negative. I'm gonna say Jesse Jackson.
Whoa,
Yes.
this is gonna be good.
I'm with you, brother.
Jackson.
My positive is
R. Kelly.
Louis Farrakhan.
Louis Farrakhan for positive or negative?
Positive.
Okay.
R. Kelly is negative.
She's like positive, nigga.
You depend on what room you sit in.
Yeah, depends on what room you sit in.
Yeah.
RTO.
Stacks.
Granville T. Woods is my positive one.
How you spell it?
And Granville at GRANVILLE.
T. Woods.
T. Woods, yeah.
Negative.
My negative, I think I'm gonna pick John Muhammad. No. Talmadge Hayer. I'm gonna pick Talmadge Hayer.
No, that's it.
Talmadge Hayer.
I feel like I hear it.
Yep.
Talmadge Hayer. Okay. Clark.
Murder bastard.
Hey, pass. I'm still thinking.
Oprah. And fuck. I just say Omarosa because that's the only thing I can think of.
She might ride, bro.
She just made herself look bad.
Right, this horse. I'm gonna say damn.
I got one.
Okay. Go ahead, Mike.
Tyler Perry.
Thank you.
Good one. That's good.
What side though? What side?
I was gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say whether it was good or bad.
What side?
I'm gonna let y'all sort that out.
Well, you can go out and put him on the positive side now. You got a negative side.
Tyler, I got nothing to do with this. If you won't,
let me think of another one.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Let's since we talk about movies, let me just squeeze that one in. Let's do Spike Lee. I'll leave it on my movie team.
All right.
Mike don't got Rusty on the pause meters.
I forgot where I was. My fault.
I'm ready when you ready, wide body.
Go ahead, Dad.
It did get kind of quiet.
For positive, I'm gonna go Kanye, and for negative, I'm gonna go Don King.
Who?
Negative, I'm going Don King.
Okay, that's good.
I'm about
to mute myself.
I thought you say Martin Luther King.
I thought you said Martin Luther King. I was like, nah, you got to break him.
I'm like, say DL King or something.
What did you do? Okay, I got Clark left and myself.
Okay, let's just go real quick off the top of my head. We'll go El Hajj Malik Shabazz.
Okay.
Wow.
And then we'll go. Oh man, just had it. It's a simple one. Let's see. Damn.
Damn, I want to change my Farrakhan. Let me see.
I just forgot who I was going to use for negative. Come back to me.
Okay.
I'm a slow kid today.
Mine, I'm gonna go. Let's see, negative.
No, you said black. Never mind.
Shit, negative. There's a few of them son of bitches.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. Al Sharpton.
Was fine.
Al Sharpton, he said. Al Sharpton.
Yeah, Al Sharpton.
Kelly Al Sharpton.
Or OJ. They tied with me.
All right, I'll take OJ for pot.
No, let's go with Al Sharpton.
Okay, I'm gonna
OJ in there. He like
both are good picks.
I'm gonna use OJ.
I say Al has a big impact.
I'm gonna use OJ for mine. I can't.
Yeah, so I got Al Sharpton's negative.
All right.
What's his name? Ortho.
What do you mean I'm negative? Why are you trying to say that about me, Clark?
Here we go. Stack Scott T. Woods, Granville T. Woods, and
Tommy's hair.
Gap, Kanye West, Don King, Dixie, Barack Obama, Jesse Jackson, BG, Louis Farrakhan, and R. Kelly. Clark, Malik Shabazz, and Al Sharpton. RTO, Oprah, and Omarosa. 2 O's. Me, Blank, and OJ. Let's go with
God damn, that beat's fire.
Chuck. Oh, Russell Simmons.
Okay.
On what side?
I go positive still, even though he's
okay.
Like to whip his knee.
Okay.
Controllably. All right, let me put them in.
I thought they was doing him in the
Blame it on the cocaine, man. Blame it on the cocaine, man.
That's what's up.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm about to sound like E40 over
nothing.
there.
Go ahead. Made a dope beat. So yeah.
You put E40 in that beat?
No, I just put my ankles in it. That's all. Oh shit, Davenport here. I gotta go.
Wide body, you still not? I mean, not wide body. RTO, you still not in the lineup this week?
God damn, why you put me on the spot like that?
I just asked, man.
No, not this week.
Oh, okay.
I tried. I couldn't make nothing.
All right, it's all good. I'll just ask.
What's up, Dap?
I don't think I'm worthy to hang with y'all.
Davenport.
Me neither, Mike.
Shut
I
up,
don't feel
Nose.
like I'm worthy either.
Both of y'all shut up.
Hey, Davenport, give me 2 of our people that have impacted our people, good or bad. I mean, one good one, one bad one.
One good, one bad.
Yeah. Past, present, or future.
Yep.
Okay.
He's a future.
Omarosa was future, but you know she got the axe.
I say well, I'll say Stacey Dash on the negative side.
That's my one. It was either her or Omarosa, so I want Omarosa. So you got the other one. Good shit.
We have a hell of a negative bracket, bro. That's just gonna be.
Well, they're gonna be fighting on that side.
Something happened to Stacey Dash, yo. Something happened to her.
Her face melted off.
My baby too.
Nah, she did totally flip.
This hater.
You know, but my uncle did that, man. He just totally flipped out on us, man. And he's a staunch Republican.
Damn.
He always making excuses for their behavior. So.
All right.
And I say LeBron for the good side.
Get out of here. I'm not gonna
No, hey.
You're right, but we should do that.
Hold on. No kidding.
You don't say.
I see. And we could debate him too, because you know.
That brother do a lot for the community, man. What you talking
about?
Yeah, he do. We just knew that was gonna be your choice.
I figure all the other ones have been taken.
Here we go. Let's copy the brackets. Boom. All right. The first one comes up is Pushback James versus Granville T. Woods. Let me give Ran respect. He's in the positive side. He does do a lot.
Oh, damn.
Stacks, real quick. Go ahead and explain why you chose him as your positive impact.
The man invented the phone. Look at how much we communicate via phone. Now it's into smartphones and all that stuff began with a black man.
Yeah.
That's how it's changed our lives.
Okay.
Our lives run on it.
Good point. Davenport, LeBron. Argue that.
I just because of the he changed the power paradigm in basketball and hopefully in sports to come because he gave the power to the players instead of the owners, especially the star players. And then what he does for the community, putting people through college, giving back to the community.
I think
speaking up for our oppressors, all that good stuff. And he the GOAT. So
I'm not a big LeBron fan, but I will say he would be the first star player GM ever in the NBA. Yeah. You agree with what he does? I like how he stood up to that idiot that
redneck at Fox.
Right. And it's crazy. Off key real quick. These people really been showing their true colors, man, this last year and a half, man.
Yeah. They're a reflection of their president.
Like that. It's been there.
It's been there. It just it's open season because they're a reflection of their president.
Yeah. At the green light. I said that.
They just off one time. That'll be all right.
Right.
My neighbor came up bigoted. I mean, on Facebook, like really? I ain't blow her out like that. I just blocked her ass. But
I got rid of a lot of Facebook friends, man. I had
to get rid of some folks, man.
I did too.
Every time something goes on, they want to post it. I see this, and you guys saw. Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
Let's open up the voting.
How sharp they're like, get out of here. What they got to do with making it more acceptable to be racist in public?
Right. We're already going to give one for LeBron and one for Mr. T. Woods there. I'll start with you, DG. Got LeBron or Granville T. Woods?
What's the picks again? My bad. I'm sorry.
Phone. And phone has.
He did a bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah, he did a lot of inventions. It wasn't just the phone, but that was his biggest. Electrical, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm going with the guy that invented the phone. Yeah.
Okay, that guy. Okay, RTO next.
Me?
RTO. Already got you for LeBron Davenport.
Oh, the electrical railroad system, the tunnel construction, all that stuff.
RTO?
My bad, my fuck was on mute. His last name was Woods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be LeBron.
Sorry, LeBron, but
okay. Mike Notes.
Man, the nigga invented the phone, man.
I'm saying though.
Mark, you got it, man.
Hey,
electric railway system, all that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that. I mean, LeBron is doing a lot of positive things. However, I don't think his legacy. There's still more to come. So later on in this conversation, when my kids and their kids have it, they'll probably have more to add to LeBron.
Good point, bro.
The initial impact, because I'm speaking to you right now on my phone. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go with.
That's a good point. He haven't even wrote his legacy yet, so we don't know.
We don't know.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's bright, though. I'm not saying, he's going to continue to do great things, but, compared to the phone, that's kind of hard right now.
Well, I just kept, man, had I known LeBron was going to go up against him, man, I probably pick over too.
That's kind of. I mean, look at what the technology we're all using right now is because of this cat. That's what made me think of him.
Right.
My son can't even take out the garbage without his phone. I'm like, dude, take out the garbage. He got his phone.
Right.
We're gonna go ahead and promote Granville to the next round. Okay, next one we have is Barack Obama and Malik Shabazz.
Oh, God. Oh, that hurts.
We'll put Barack, argue your point, and we'll go Malik next.
Yeah, prove that point.
Oh, God. I'll say I picked Barack Obama for obvious reasons. And I think Sparks picked Malcolm for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I think.
And I'm really torn on this because Barack had a very big impact on symbolism. You know, a lot of it was symbolic, I will say, but it was something a lot of people, a lot of us needed to see. You know, just destroying an inferiority complex. A lot of us are indoctrinated into having by going to these through any American school system. And what I mean by that is the brainwashing starts when they tell you the lie that Christopher Columbus discovered America. And then they tell you later, like around 11th, 12th grade, they try to sell you on this idea called, that actually was a practice, but it's an idea called manifest destiny. So, you know, so with shit like that happening, you can see why a lot of us subconsciously leave high school feeling inferior. So when you see Barack Obama take the position he took and the way he took it, that, you know, shredded a lot of shit, layers of just self-doubt, inferiority, all of that. Mm-hmm. However, when it comes to Malcolm, would there have been a Barack Obama if it hadn't been on a Malcolm X first?
Right.
That's where I'm torn. But my hero of all heroes is Malcolm X, so I'm going to go Malcolm X.
Wow.
And you picked him. That's the thing. That's the funny part.
I did not know them two were going to be paired up.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Well, that is wild.
Kind of crazy.
The wrong dish.
That's go.
Hold on. Let me say this real quick. Malcolm was the first black man. He wasn't the first, but the first in modern media era to get on a podium and to use modern media and tell white folk they shit stink. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Before him, nobody was doing that. Now, people were doing it before him, but they didn't have what he had as far as the media, the newspapers, and all that shit. The TV, they didn't have, right? Like
platform. Yep.
What's our brother name? The actor. Why is his name eluding me right now? He did that before, but what they did to him was they did the same thing to him. They did
Dick Gregory.
No, not Dick Gregory. This guy's bigger than Dick Gregory.
Sidney Poitier.
No, way before that. Way before all of them. The brother, they treated him. They treated him like Paul Robeson.
Okay.
Paul Robeson basically did the same thing, but in his day, it was a little bit different. You know, he didn't have the same impact that Malcolm had. You know, but and if it wasn't for Malcolm, this is what black people don't understand. It wasn't until Malcolm came along that John F. Kennedy even gave a shit about what Martin Luther King was talking about.
Right.
They ignored Dr. King until a greater evil came along. You know what I'm saying?
They thought, yeah.
So yeah, this way they looked at it. So when Malcolm came along and started pulling black people in a different direction, I was like, whoa, no, we can't have that. Get King on the phone. Let's talk.
Right.
You know.
We add on to that because Malcolm X was any means necessary. Before didn't get eggs and spit on them. You're not gonna do that.
Right. He was telling black people to arm themselves. You know what I'm saying?
And the biggest fear they had more than the arms was economic empowerment. They didn't want us doing for ourselves. They did not want that.
Exactly. They did not want
they didn't want us to keep our own dollar.
Yeah.
Nope. Right. You give your dollars to us.
Keep your money inside the community. A black dollar is very powerful. We all know
that.
Damn right.
Right.
Look at Michael Jordan. This cat ain't done nothing for nobody, but this dude's a billionaire.
Hey, not Stack. Sparks, to your point, I heard a stat the other day when I was getting dressed for work. I listened to the news, listened to something, and they said black people in America, just black people in America, by wealth and resources, we would be the 7th largest country if we had our own country.
Yeah.
Wow. Dang.
You gotta get you in the rims, man.
The 7th richest country. So There you have it.
Though, not sneakers and
right. Not bullshit.
Not sneakers. Make a product.
If we could just realize it as a whole.
That's the problem. That's the problem, and that's what Malcolm was trying to get us to do.
Right, and that's why I picked who I picked, because he ended all that. That's where my pick came from. My second pick.
But yeah, I didn't mean to hog up the floor. I'm gonna go Malcolm, but I can totally understand why somebody would go Obama, because that's hard. That's hard right there.
Me, Obama.
Dixie said he apologized for taking up the floor.
Yeah.
Obama ran for the presidency, even when he became the senator. You know, do you think that maybe showed someone that, hey, I can do shit. I can. You know what? I'm not inferior. I can accomplish things and beat things that, you know, before I felt I had no chance, because, you know, before Obama was the president, you know, we couldn't dream. I was like, man, a black man will never be president, man.
Yep.
Or shit. So I mean, as far as I think,
I used to say it, yeah.
As far as, you know, showing people, hey man, I can do this shit, even though the man was fucking ridiculed and thrown under the bus so many times and not given a chance, and then basically handed a fucking fixed deck of cards. We ain't gonna talk that though. You know, a lot of things that, you know, they
him in the Congress.
They put him under a microscope, and every false move they think he made, they blew that shit up like he was being on the earth. You know, as far as, you know, he didn't attend to the black problem. What the fuck? He's a president, man. He's supposed to, I mean, you're not supposed to just be there. Of course, you know, he's going to do his job, the job of a president, man. I'm not here to give him a report card or anything, but I think that him, by doing that, man, a lot of people couldn't stand it, because a lot of people hated the fact that he was the president, because there's 100 or thousands or more behind him that now thinks that they can achieve.
And WIDEBODY, if he had done that, he'd have been the last black president. They'd have made sure of that.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so
now we got some idiot trying to do everything he did.
Yeah, that guy's.
He tried to open up some eyes for some people that was trying to ignore that fact too.
Right. You know what it is.
Some of the speeches he gave was overlooked by some people. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Went right over their head.
That's it. So the people that thinking, hey, the ones that feel that you should have an inferiority complex, those ones that they're fucking stupider than you know. Get my words twisted up here, but you know, we got a lot of ignorant people that have a platform and shit, man. Anybody else want to comment on this and raise a point of why one should be one over the other? If not, we're gonna open up the votes. Let's start with Mr. Mims. What's going on, man?
What's poppin'?
What up, Gadget?
What up, man? In the building.
We have right now we're doing a bracket on positive and negative impacts for our culture and the community. You know, people that impacted present, future, and today. Right now we have Malik Shabazz. Pass. Malcolm X against Barack Obama. Which one do you feel had more of an impact?
I would say Barack Obama.
Okay.
Only because a lot of people 30 and under don't relate to anything in the civil rights struggle. Like, honestly, like if you weren't there, like you can watch a movie and see racism and all that shit, but you never lived through it.
If you ain't never tasted that Kool-Aid, you ain't gonna know what the flavor is.
Right.
I can describe what grape tastes like, but until you taste it.
Right.
Exactly. So I think more black kids can relate to modern day figures than someone from the 60s.
Well, I don't think I'll say to that the Gadget is we're not just talking about kids, we're just about black culture as a whole.
Well, okay. I still gotta go with Barack.
Yeah, I respect that. I mean, this is a hard one. Pause.
You got Malcolm X?
I said Malcolm, but I could have easily gone Barack on this. But I go with Malcolm because it took a Malcolm to come along for a Barack to come along. But go ahead.
Oh yeah. Without Malcolm and Martin, like there would be no Barack.
Right. But see, I definitely understand why somebody would go Obama because he had a very big impact.
Hey, and honestly, if that, and y'all might laugh at this, if there was no George Bush, there would be no Barack Obama.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Okay. You must watch a certain comedy special recently.
Hey, no, but people were saying that before the comedy special.
Yeah.
Like he was so bad.
Yeah.
He was so bad that people were like, let's get a black guy to try. Like we were saying that years ago.
And now let's get a dumb. Never mind.
Right now, do y'all think
dumb orange guy?
And Donald Trump. Go ahead, say it, BG.
Dumb orange ass.
so right now, y'all think he's still that bad?
Hairpiece.
Donald Trump. Damn, George Bush looked like he got a 1200 on his essay.
A Rhodes Scholar.
Hey, next president might be an Asian gay dude after Trump.
Or they'll finally, give a woman a shot, which they should have been dead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can we all say now that Hillary would have got it?
I voted for her, but I didn't really like Hillary either, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I'm very conflicted in the booth vote for her.
The only reason I told y'all, the only reason I voted for Hillary because I knew Democrats typically have more social program budgets than Republicans do. Mm-hmm. So I figured, at least the social programs that Obama put in place will stay intact,
This son of a bitch going right after what Obama changed as soon as he got in office, man.
Yeah, that's his whole job to erase the black man's legacy.
God damn.
Bernie, if I thought he had a chance.
Now, the past election, whether when you had a choice to vote between Hillary and Trump, was like being in the fucking movie Saw. You got
yeah.
Right. Do you want to get hit by a car or do you want to get struck by lightning? Which one?
Do I get sawed in half or do I get shot? Do I get shot in the face by a shotgun? Which one?
Right.
Yep.
Just give me the slow death or the fucking.
That was a difficult choice, man.
It was. That socialist son of a bitch. I ain't go. Me. I like a lot of socialist views. I'm not completely a socialist, but at this point in time, man, I like Bernie.
Hold on. Go ahead, Widebody.
Go ahead.
Maybe if he wasn't so much of a socialist, man, he would have been.
Okay, first of all, that was nothing but propaganda because first of all, everybody's a fucking socialist.
Exactly.
Republicans are socialists too. This is what they do. No matter what it is, they gonna give money to who they want to give money to.
Okay.
But they just don't call it. They don't call it socialism when they bail out the banks. But that's what it is.
True.
And Republicans.
You see what I'm saying?
All right.
But so instead of bailing out the banks, Bernie wanted to send kids to school for free. It's the same thing.
Hey man, we say that important.
I'm saying that the Republicans were glad that Bernie was in the race too because he's Democratic votes because it wasn't no Republicans voting for Bernie.
Right.
Democratic understood. So they split the vote.
Now, what happened is, blacks went for the banana in the tailpipe with Hillary. The reason I was going to vote for Bernie, for my black side of things, was this brother Marshall Dr. King. He was a key figure in dismantling housing discrimination in Chicago. Him and a white lady would go behind black people who were told no, they couldn't rent here. And then they would be told, yes, you can. And then they would go turn those people in. They did that all over Chicago.
Yeah, now, it's a hell to win. That's the only thing.
He had all the intangibles to be a president, man.
He could have won, but the DNC had to fix him for Hillary.
His own party did him in, and that's why they lost.
Yeah, exactly. He would have been. And why didn't she pick him as the running mate? That would have been.
I thought that was going to happen too.
Yeah, idiot.
And then Donna Brazile wrote a book about it.
Exactly.
Ain't that some shit?
Right.
Who the fuck is Tim Kaine? Why you pick that guy? Nobody even knows his ass.
That would have been.
Bernie was popular.
They could have brought them votes and she could have got them votes right back, and they could have wiped Donald Trump's ass off the map.
Honestly, Joe Biden would have won in a landslide.
Would he? He would have killed him. He would have destroyed him.
People liked him, man. He was a likable guy.
He's quirky, but people liked him.
Yeah. and he can mix it up with idiot too.
Right. Okay, let's start the votes. BG, you got Malcolm X or Barack Obama?
Malcolm X.
Okay, let's go with RTO.
Malcolm X.
Okay, let's go with Mike Notes.
Malcolm X.
Okay.
Oh shit, Mike Notes. What up, homie?
What up, homie?
I didn't know that was you.
I'm circulating around here somewhere.
Clark already voted. Dixie Philly already voted. Davenport.
I'm gonna go with Malcolm.
Huh?
Go with Malcolm.
Malcolm X. 5. Dab Dunlap, you there?
Malcolm.
Malcolm has it. Okay, Malcolm gets it by a landslide. No more need to vote. Malcolm X will vote to the next.
That was a tough one, though.
That was a very tough one. And no
It is.
disrespect.
Yeah, President Obama, he definitely.
Right.
No disrespect, but.
Next world. Louis Farrakhan going against Kanye West.
Oh God.
I'm going for
Farrakhan.
This is gonna be a landslide too.
Right. I respect. All in favor for Kanye, say aye.
Wait.
Aye.
Okay. All right. Hey, Hey, Dap, can you come on and argue why you picked Kanye West as far as impact is concerned?
Well, I listened to a lot of Kanye interviews. I'll say maybe last year I just went through a run where I listened to a lot of his interviews, and looking at how we were brought over here and the system that we're under, there's a lot of old boy leagues. So with the fashion, the sneaker industry, a lot of that stuff. Like I understood his fight as far as trying to get in those doors. I think he had seed money to do some things on his own, but he wanted to be successful in the structure that was already here, and and I commend him for that fight. I think his earlier, I always liked his music. I always liked where he went in production. Lyrically, he could kind of be everywhere, especially like now. But in the beginning, I think he had a little more idea of what he was trying to bring forth. But I like where he goes. Like I like his passion and how he fights to get into doors that are locked, and how they won't let him in. And I think he has he has a lot of wisdom. I don't know if he knows how to get it out. I think it's kind of like the Dame Dash thing. It's a lot of wisdom there, but maybe the way it comes out isn't as fluent, as a more well-spoken person. But I think he does his best to do it. And I respect him. I mean, does he have more impact than Farrakhan? I mean, I don't know for real. I think they both fight for the same thing in a way. But I mean, my thing with Farrakhan is, I mean, I don't know what he does personally. I think listen to his old rhetoric. He has some positive things to say too, and I think with the nation, and you look at what they had as far as all the businesses and shops and things like that, the newspaper, they had a lot of black-owned things going on too, and that went away. But I know they had the university too for a while. So I mean, I think both of them, in their different perspectives, are fighting for the same thing. It's just different rhetoric and maybe on different levels. Farrakhan more for people, and Kanye West more for maybe the industry and things like that. Clothing and sneakers, music, stuff like that. So, yeah, I think I rock with both of them, but I just think Kanye. It's kind of like that Barack and Malcolm thing. I'll go in reverse on this one. I think what Kanye doing now is is a harder fight than what Farrakhan's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of people doing what Farrakhan's doing. You know what I'm saying? Whether they be popular as he is or not, you still got people fighting that fight. I don't think people fight to get in the industries the way Kanye West does.
Can I please rebuttal all of that? I hear you, Dad. Maybe I missed the memo, but I didn't get none of early Kanye. Yes. Well, Kanye over the last 5 years, I ain't been feeling too well. The stuff you were talking about with the fashion, I didn't take that from those interviews. Whoa.
Oh, my bad. Let me pause my...
Okay, I didn't take that from those interviews. What I took was a black man fishing for and having and showing publicly a strong desire for white validation.
Right.
Because to argue to let me in a school and to argue recognize my brand is two different things to me. You know, and this dude has appeared, you know, he has endorsed, you know, he's been around Trump. He's on stage just recently, like late 2017, pretty much called out the black people at his show. You know, I forgot exactly what he said, but, and I wish I would, when we were going to do this tonight, I would have looked that up, but it wasn't too benevolent, you know, and I love Kanye as an artist in the beginning, but like I said, over the last 5 years, I'm not riding with Kanye Kardashian at all. You know, then he goes on the Breakfast. He goes on a Breakfast Club and says, "Yeah, Kim made me take 30 showers." You know, in reference to him used to having a relationship with Amber Rose, and I'm like, Negro, do you know this white woman that you so in love with was on a sex tape? Like, really? You know, so. I'm not really rocking with Kanye at all right now. But as far as Farrakhan go, there's always been the rumors that he, along with the FBI and other people, have something going. Hold on. They had a hand in Malcolm's death, but I don't know. His daughter. Y'all know if y'all remember in '93 when his daughter made an attempt on his life. But in terms of what the NOI has done under his leadership, man, they have cleaned up a lot of brothers and sisters. They have, the dude pulled out a $1 Million Man March. Yeah, he's done a lot of things. So I'm gonna go Farrakhan.
Yeah, $1 Million Man March that's very powerful.
I understand both points of view. Definitely, well said about both of them, man. For real. Well, is only anybody else in the
let me make that clear. I'm not saying the way you took the interview that was wrong in any way. I'm just saying the way I took the interview. My perspective is that he was seeking white validation. That's the way I took that.
Because I don't care about partnering with and Giuseppe and all that. I don't care about none of that, man. Why don't we make our own? Who cares about it? It's like he wants to get Tommy Hill.
And then the clothes he's selling, never mind. Give me these.
Well, BG, say when you want your mind.
I'm just messing. But the clothes he's selling, he trying to sell these clothes, but the clothes he's selling ain't worth the prices that he's putting up.
But here's the thing: the clothes that Kanye West sells are not price sufficient for his fans.
Exactly.
Right.
Like damn Yeezys. What the hell? Who would buy a pair of them anyway, man?
Man, I heard it.
But Yeezy has stated he would like to sell his at a price point where everyone could wear his clothing. He has said that. Okay. So now if he's able to do that with, I don't know what his dealings is with Adidas as far as business, but he would like to make affordable sneakers and clothing. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's kind of like Ralph Lauren has Purple label. And that's high end, and a lot of people don't have that. But then he has the regular wear that everyone else can wear. So, I think on that aspect, if he can get to that point, he would like to do that. He said he would like to do that. I think
he wanted to be in the likes of Valentino and Versace.
Yeah.
At this point, like I don't.
Yeah, and that's true.
And he can do that. He can do that. But to get on national radio and scream and yell at Sway because these white folks don't recognize your brand. To me, that's some sucker shit. Like, do you want these people pat on the back that bad? Like, really? Like,
just one time, bro. One time.
Those same white people had to start from scratch themselves. So you gotta.
Somewhere in between, Kanye got lost because he was all about.
When it used to be when it all falls down.
Yeah. Well, and I think he fought to get indoors, but at the same time, you saying other people did the same thing to fight, and but those doors is opening them when they fought. So if he's fighting for the same thing, why shouldn't the same doors be open? Now I'll take it here. at the end of the day, you got to realize we was brought into a European structure. That's just from the gate. So whatever our culture is, we don't even know what our culture is for real. Our culture comes from 19 when we was brought over here and moved forward. That's what our culture is. So we don't know nothing from our ancient culture to pull anything from. So once you get over here, now you've been indoctrinated into the European culture. Now you're trying to find success within that. You see what I'm saying? So where do you know what I'm saying? So where do you go? Like, what's the in between? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody else can have somewhere else to go. The Mexicans, the Moroccans, and whoever. But that's our situation over here. We was brought into their system. Let me. You know what I'm saying? And just like we know about, and not to cut your wisdom, but we know about Tulsa, Oklahoma. We know about Durham, North Carolina. We know about times where we had it before we wanted to what's the word I'm looking for? You guys know the word. Integrated before we integrated. Okay. So now if we don't integrate, this is my thing, and I said this before on this platform. If we don't integrate, everything we talking about we already had. Because when I talked to my mom and asked her when she was young what was going on, she told me we had cleaners, we had corner stores, we had car washes, we had businesses. You know what I'm saying? And then after that war, maybe that Vietnam War or something, when that heroin kicked in and it was brought into our neighborhood, that was a lot of the downfall. Now that's from my mom's wisdom. But me just looking at history on my own, we could be in a different place because we would have had generational wealth. Even if my dad or his grandfather couldn't read, he's going to send my dad or my mom, their parents are going to send their kids to school to understand the business. Hopefully they want to prolong it and move it on, and then it translates to me or someone in my family at some point, and we take it over to build that generational wealth. We never had that, so that's our fight. You know what I mean? That's the part where we incarnate with.
I think that is a fight, but that's not our collective fight. And let me tell you why. Because I grew up in a small town in Alabama, one of the most redneck states there are. But in my hometown, the two richest people in the town were black. Let me explain. My cousin, Sue GM, flipped the 250 he got from that all the way to over $1 million by flipping homes. He built a cemetery. He did a whole bunch of stuff. Then the other family was the Terrys. And you can read about them if you Google them. Terry Manufacturing. They started their own I don't want to say textile, basically sewing manufacturing. They ended up getting a deal with McDonald's. They got a deal with U.S. Army, and they got a deal with the NHL. They used to make hockey jerseys. They used to bring celebrities in and out of town all the time for people who may want to invest, like Keyshawn Johnson and others. Now, growing up in a town that's predominantly white, the rules are stacked up against them, but that did not stop my cousin, and that did not stop the Terrys. And also the Terrys own what would be the equivalent of like a black Oakland Hills or something in our town. They had these homes, they had this subdivision that they built themselves for upper middle class black people. Now, me growing up in the 90s and seeing that, like, the other stuff what Kanye's talking about was far from my imagination. I'm not saying it's not a reality, but I'm just saying there's another reality too. And that other reality is you can get it yourself. You don't need these motherfuckers. And Fat Farm proved that. Fubu proved that. Who else? Carl Kanai proved that. Like, you can do it yourself. You don't need their validation.
Smith.
And you don't, but then where's your sustainability? You know what I'm saying? Because you have those companies, but Fubu's making a comeback.
Well, look at Diddy. Diddy's still out here with this shit.
Yeah, and I'm not.
To me, the sustainability thing, that's a totally different discussion. That's a big discussion.
Because that all depends on who wants to wear it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's with anything. That's why we always got businesses coming forth, bringing something forth, because our tastes change over time. So now you got to have, okay, what are they making it? What's the brand or whatever it is that I like that I'm going to keep supporting it? You know what I mean?
I think Kanye, if he was to really go into the fashion, like trying to go against the Versace's and all that, he won't really get sustainability from us because we can't afford the shit. He's only going to get fucking the rich people who's want to buy it, the motherfuckers who think they balling. you ain't gonna really sustain and keep going until you come down on that price. If you come to a level, if you come down to a level like Sean John, this shit is up there, but it's still sustainable for us. We can get it.
Yeah, and that's what I think Kanye, and I think that's Kanye's point when he gets to that point to want to do that, he's going to do that.
I think he should have did that shit from the beginning.
Can I ask a question though? Why is it that we're stuck on luxury items that people don't need versus reliability based items
regular
that people have to have, like food?
Yeah.
Like, why don't we build sustainable things that people need? We get rim shots.
That's real talk, though. That's real talk.
Necessity is the invention of all. Is the mother of all inventions.
We never do that. Nope.
Yeah, that you ain't lying. This thing.
Damn hair and shoes.
We need to make. We need a bunch of black-owned farms.
Right there you go. Make some shit people need. Hey, you don't need, fashion.
I guess for me that I didn't feel that way about his argument, because it's one thing they told him, no, you can't make clothes. Yeah, then we got a problem. But for him to say they won't recognize me, like what?
My brother was going through something.
I just think I think
why you need them to recognize you?
I think people would have been more behind him if he actually had shit that we could even wear. Like, no one's not trying to be out here wearing $100 white tees and shit. Like,
so
I ain't trying to do that.
You know how you get white people to recognize you? You sell fucking clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm gonna go here. When Master P appeared in that Forbes magazine, that's when motherfuckers took notice. White people. Who is this Percy Miller? You know. But he wasn't thinking about that shit. He was just, I'm gonna sell what I can, and whatever happens.
And he was doing hella shit. It wasn't just one thing when he was in that Forbes. He had multiple fucking enterprises going on.
Yeah,
who's this Percy Miller guy?
To me, Kanye was acting like the fucking rapper that lives down the street from you. Fucking
damn.
He wants to fucking co-sign from white people. Like, no, nigga, do it. Pull your fucking bootstraps up like the fucking people motherfucking place. Sell some shit, then they'll recognize you.
Right. And if they don't, so what? Fuck them.
Diddy and Rockefeller didn't motherfucking. They sold the shit how they got it.
Yep. Sell it.
All right.
But Kanye want to be with them house.
Okay, so what's the vote?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mike.
I said y'all might not want me in this record business, but I'm coming in.
Let's open up the votes. Okay, let's start with
I think it's a landslide though.
No, you don't know. We don't know that. We don't know that.
Hey, guys, you got the first vote, brother.
Farrakhan.
All right. Stacks.
Farrakhan.
App Dunlap. App left. Okay. Kanye West.
Damn.
Next one, Dixie. Davenport.
My bad.
Yeah, Farrakhan.
Goddamn, Dixie.
Damn you, Dixie. We can take you anywhere, man.
If you don't want to know the truth, don't ask me shit.
Anywhere.
Nah. Hey, Digger Hurts.
I don't think that would just leave on that.
I think he outnumbered, man. I think he outnumbered.
He's working.
No, I don't think that would leave on that.
He
was working on some stuff.
Shout out to Farrakhan for making the Fruit of Islam the great security team they are.
Thank you.
Because when the police want to trip on a Beyonce or one of a black artist that take a stand, they can always fall back and know the Fruit of Islam gonna have their back.
Right.
Action back.
Yeah, truth.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think that's
I can always count on getting a tasty bean pie.
Yeah, I was thinking that today, and a fish sandwich.
Okay, let's go ahead and nominate Farrakhan and get that round. What was the most?
Let's see. I missed that spot in Fayetteville.
Okay, next one we have is Oprah versus Russell Simmons.
Hey, first of all, what have I stepped into?
Oh shit!
This gonna be a tough one, man.
Yeah, it is.
That's what I was thinking. What are we talking about? We talking about who better for the for the culture?
Let us tell you, brother. It is people who have had a very great impact, whether positively or negatively, on Black culture, and they could be someone from the past, present, or someone who's doing something now that's going to impact us in the future.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so we on Oprah versus man.
All right.
Can I go?
I'm just gonna listen on this one.
I know about that though.
Now I cannot stand Oprah, and I respect Oprah, but I can't stand Oprah. I can't stand Oprah because she wastes no time ridiculing Black people, and particularly hip hop Black people. Meanwhile, Maury Povich and Jerry Springer were exploiting the hell out of Black people for years, and she didn't say shit to them. They're in the same field she is.
That's true.
Of course. You know
she
what? Picked a fight with Luda over lyrics, and he wasn't even there for it to be. He was there for a movie. You know what I'm saying? So and she always speaking up on behalf of the white victim, but she never had shit to say about the Black victim. Never. Man. Hold on. I can't stand her, but I think she has had a bigger impact than Russell Simmons. So I gotta vote Oprah.
God damn it, Dixie! Why you always do this?
Dixie, you know what? I agree with you, Dixie. But as far as with her impact on, I don't know, her impact with us, she had no impact with us. But somehow, successful Black people love her.
Yeah.
Now, as far as
y'all don't have to do Oprah like this.
I'm got mad. Fuck Oprah with 2 fingers.
Oh damn. I ain't got nothing.
Now, as far as Russell is concerned, because let's keep it real. Neither one. I can't say neither one of us has done much for any of us. But in the scheme of things, I'll say Russell. His impact is a lot greater. When you think about where hip hop was when he got in it,
exactly,
to where it is now.
Right.
And I would I want to think that he did more to help evolve it.
Feel bad now.
More to evolve it than Oprah has done to do. All Oprah's ever given us is like free baked chicken boxes from KFC.
Russell can't get no credit for the card, man. He can't get no credit for the card.
The rush card. Yeah.
The rush card.
Yep.
No, but you're right.
Get the free book.
He gave us the rush card, gave us Fat Farm. Man, he gave us Fat Beach.
Man, so I fucking said Oprah. So I was thinking about just being a positive insight for women to see someone Black coming from wherever she came from. Exactly. Mm-hmm. But as an actual impact on the Black community, I gotta go with Russell. I mean, fuck, it's hip hop. Shit.
Right. Yeah. So, right.
God Can I change my vote?
God damn, y'all.
Let's open up. Anybody else any comments or points they want to bring up before I open up the votes? Okay, let's go. Bless girl, you got the first vote. Oprah Simmons or Russell Simmons?
Oprah Simmons.
Russell Simmons.
Man. Russell.
Hustle's a Russell.
Okay. RTO Beats.
Hustle's a Russell.
Russell Simmons. Mike Oates, you there?
Russell.
Huh? Russell.
Rush card.
Malik X. What's up, man?
All right, what up, Malik? Hey, peace to the panel, peace to everybody, and peace to Queen, BG.
I know. What's up, cuz?
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up,
Hey, Malik. Hey, Malik.
What's up, man?
Hey, anybody ever tell you sound like DJ Premier?
No.
He does. He does.
The rhymes one time.
Inside.
Somebody they were drunk when they told you that, but
I don't hear Busta Rhymes.
I hear DJ Premier.
Yeah, I hear that. I get
Primo, for real.
I got you. Hey, what's up, Big Stacks? It's been a while, man.
Hey, what's up, bro? Who you got, Malik? Russell Simmons or Oprah Winfrey? Who's made the most impact?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I walked in on the conversation, like I said, 'cause I know that y'all voted for Faircon in the last one. So basically, it's most impact. Okay, I would say, yeah, I would say Oprah, because Oprah, she's dating or married to a white man, but she has more media impact than Russell Simmons.
She ain't married to no white man.
Yeah, because Stephen a white man.
Stephen ain't white.
Yeah, Stephen ain't white.
He look white to me.
He bright. He bright, but he ain't white.
Damn, for look black. He look black. He got white man's hair. He got white man's skin.
Damn, you shit all light skinned dudes.
That's
white to me.
Hey, that's one of those. That's one of those electoral votes.
Okay.
I would say you guys have because I hear the backlash on Oprah too. Because I think Oprah, even though she's got a black show and she's appears to support black, I believe she. I think she's basically become a secret agent for the devils.
Oh, and that's another thing about her. And let me say another. Let me give her.
Go ahead, Dixon.
Let me give her. Hold on. Let me give her another double agent moment. When she first started on, she was not fucking with us at all, and that shit was not working. It was not working. Then she went and got all these black directors and all these Will Packer and Tyler Perry and all these people started creating content for her. So we'll come on over there. But at first, she didn't give a fuck about us. And she never has. But anyway, what you guys have reminded me of about Russell, I'm going to say Russell.
Yeah. No. Hey, don't try to switch out now.
Hey, I'm Chipper Jones. I'm switching.
Right.
Whoa, pause.
I got you, Dick. I got you.
In the context of voting only.
Russell or Oprah?
I think it's something else.
Who you talking to? Who time is it?
Hurts.
Oh, Hurts. You know who Hurts.
Damn. Russell.
All right. Okay. Davenport.
I'm going Russell. For my, for I'm going Russell.
To vote, Russell does take the round, and let's go into the second round. This is the semifinals. Granville T.
I kind of want to hear why Sparks was saying Kanye over Farrakhan.
Oh, I missed that. No, he didn't.
He didn't say that.
No,
never mind. Go ahead.
I don't think he said that.
This round.
We need to discuss some shit, bro.
We got Granville T. Woods versus Malik Malcolm X Shabazz.
Oh God!
Say it again. Who?
Granville that invented
the phone.
The phone, and electrical rail car system. He invented a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Against who? Who's his competitor?
Malcolm X.
It's gonna be the nigga that invented the phone.
Right.
Yeah, I'm about to go grab
that changed mankind.
Malcolm want to reach nobody without Granville T. Woods.
Down here, the phone, Negro. Okay, let's open up the votes. We already know what Malcolm X did. We know his points and also the Granville T. Woods. Gad, you got the first vote. You got the phone, dude.
Yes.
Okay, Big Stacks.
Granville T. Woods.
Okay, of course. Davenport.
The phone dude.
Okay.
Granville T. Woods, man. Know the man name.
Phone dude.
Have some black pride.
Big Hurts.
I'm gonna say the phone dude. I forgot his name that quick. Only because Malcolm didn't get an opportunity to further his agenda and reach the people he could have reached. I pick him by default. So yeah.
I want to say before Oprah, she could have done so much more as far as man, and giving them little small things, to leading them to the water, man. It's just a shame that. No, I don't know. Let's get back. I don't want
too many boot licking. She's boot licking them boots.
Okay,
she's a boot licker.
Yeah. Dixon Freely.
Granville T. Woods.
Malik X. Here we go.
I'm gonna go with
Hey, depending on how you vote, you might have to change your name. Malik Woods. Malik Woods.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Gravel T Woods too. Like I said,
all right, it's official. His name is now Malik Woods.
Malik Woods. Okay.
What's up,
the world with that one,
brother?
I'm going with
Granville. This name.
I would go with that damn Malcolm X. This someone pronounce that dude's name on me.
Granville T. Woods versus Malcolm X.
Granville T. Woods.
Gotcha. All right, RTO.
Science.
Okay. What do you mean with science? Was the landslide?
And math.
Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Math too, electrical, right?
What nigga said? What nigga say off a default? Off a default. Yeah.
Well, Gravel T. Woods gonna take it again, and in the final,
he's gonna get slaughtered.
Yeah, I think
he's gonna get the props.
Louis Farrakhan or Russell Simmons, man.
Ooh.
Oh.
Let's really just dissect this.
I'm going to say Farrakhan.
Yeah.
I'm going to say me personally. I'm going to say Farrakhan.
Okay.
Only because, and you know, if you think about how long that Farrakhan has been around, spreading the same message, you know, and you know how long his agenda has been. Not you think about where the Nation of Islam was when he took over, and you look at it now and all the things that he's done under, you know, in that amount of time. The Million Man March itself.
Yeah, real talk.
You know, I mean, how many shit? I don't think Russell could have got a million people, you know, to do anything, you know, on that level. You know, probably could have. I don't know, but I just know from his message, you don't even have to be a Muslim to have respect and revere Minister Farrakhan. You know, Russell has, for as much as he's done, he's pretty much stained his reputation in recent years. Especially with this Me Too shit, and that don't take nothing away from what he's done culturally, but I just think that Farrakhan has actually put his money where his mouth is when it comes to the you know, the plight of people of color. So, and everything else that he contributes, like you said, the fruit, like Nixon said about the Fruit of Islam, doing security and other little things that he does, outreaching and stuff. So, you know. It just for keeping it real though. I mean, shit, he the realest.
Hey, Hurts.
Yeah.
You sure you ain't from, like, you ain't got no type of ties in the Bay Area, like Oakland?
Well, you know,
like in the 70s.
I was born in Cali.
You ain't got no family members that was in the Black Panthers or something?
Not that I know of.
Hey man, you might want to check that out. He got like this motherfucker got revolutionary in his blood.
Yeah. No doubt.
Sure. Who was on WIDEBODY?
Okay. Okay. Shit. Farrakhan. Let's do this. How many in favor? Who we got? Farrakhan against Russell Simmons. Those in favor of Russell Simmons say aye. Blank. Farrakhan. Farrakhan versus
let me echo something, and it's really nothing to be said after what Digger gave us such a great soliloquy on Farrakhan versus Russell Simmons. But you know, to even buffer that point though, Russell had a great impact in the entertainment world, you know, even entrepreneurship. But Farrakhan affected us on a social level.
Yes,
that was much greater.
Right.
You know,
right. And he's still out here doing it. 84 years old
and still doing it.
Prostate cancer.
I mean, just think about all the lives he changed of all the black brothers who came out of prison.
Right.
Just that alone.
And you know what? And the sad part about all this is that when he's gone, there's no more.
We don't know.
Yeah, there's nobody to follow. We have no leaders, man.
Al Sharpton has air in his lungs.
Please.
Man, hey, all Sharpton want to do is take selfies, man.
I will follow Al Sharpton down the hall.
I'll follow him to a Golden Corral buffet.
Why are you guys criticizing
we got
me?
the finals right now. Granville T. Woods versus Louis Farrakhan. Let's open up the discussion.
For me, I'm going with Woods.
Yeah.
That changed mankind.
His impact was on. His impact was global.
That shit literally changed mankind.
Like, on Skype, that's Granville T. Woods. You know, it's legacy.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta go Granville T. Woods.
Wow. Any Farrakhan takers?
I'll say Farrakhan.
One Farrakhan?
Because
even though I pick
because even if I don't have a phone, I can if let's say if I don't have a phone, the words of Farrakhan, the words in the guidance and the leadership of him, I can always take that to heart on a personal level. If I ain't got a phone, I don't give a shit. But
let me ask you this, Hurts. Hold on. Let me ask you this, Hurts. If he doesn't invent the electric rail car, how does Farrakhan get from the East Coast to Chicago?
Hey man, the Model T. But that's not I mean, there's no wrong answer here for anybody.
It's not.
But I'm just thinking. I guess I'm thinking in terms of, if we didn't have that technology, or let's say if I had a chance to encounter on me. See, depending on how it affects me, like the gift of technology that we use has evolved because this somebody like Mr. Woods has sparked some kind of ingenuity and it's evolved to this point. And like right now we're all blessed because of that. So I guess I'm being a lone wolf in the whole
but it's no wrong answer for real though. I mean,
they're both great men. They're both great.
RCO, that boy good.
They're both great. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Okay, well, we have a clear-cut winner. Granville T. Woods.
I thought he was going to get slaughtered.
Let's get into Omarosa, and that's where I want.
On there. Hey, 1 second, let me load him up.
So that was a good side. That was a good side of the record. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, it gotta be a bad. Dick Hurt, you got a negative son of a bitch that has impacted the black culture.
Yeah, it's Trump argument now.
It's black. It's black. Gotta be black first.
Oh, negative blacks. What's that punk ass dude that used to be on the black porn here? Black Republican dude, bald head.
Armstrong Williams.
There you go.
Hold on. Is Armstrong Williams worse than Jesse Lee Peterson
or J.C. Watts?
I don't even know who that is, but he's that predecessor because you got him.
You're right. He was first.
Herman Cain, all Herman Cain and Clarence Thomas, all them dudes. Hey, they because of
who's a motherfucker in Minnesota?
The cop. What'd you say?
There's the Milwaukee.
David Clark.
David Clark.
He's already won a
David Clark. Huh?
So yeah, I'm gonna say Armstrong Williams.
I know what you're talking about.
I kind of want to pause.
Talking about J.C. Watts.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm real close to Paul's and Armstrong though.
You reaching, bro.
Reaching too often.
Hey, at least I ain't say strong Johnson. That's Paul's word. Very much so. But yeah, I'm gonna say Armstrong Williams, man. Yeah, I used to watch the Black Forum and stuff with Julian Bond back in the day when I was a kid. I was like, why is this black dude always against all these rest of these? Then as I got older and started saying, like, man, now I kind of can put two and two together about what was being said and how it was being said. I'm like, yeah, this dude a fucking sellout.
Yep.
Okay, I got. I didn't get that one.
Hey, Hurts, have you heard of a rapper called Ascari X?
Ooh, that name sounds familiar.
All right.
Had a song called All Peckerwoods Better Hide Tonight.
Damn.
I think I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, I had to put you up on game.
This bracket we have Timmy Taylor. In this bracket we have Timmy Taylor, mumble rap music, Tyler Perry, OJ, Stacey Dash, R. Kelly, Omarosa, Al Sharpton, Armstrong Williams, Jesse Jackson, Don King, and that's it. I'm gonna take mumble rap music out. What? Mumble rap music.
Yeah, mumble rap as a whole.
Damn.
I smell a victory already.
Yeah, White Body. One of the names you mentioned, I was getting ready to bring her up.
Go. You got a name?
Yeah, Stacey Dash.
Already, she's in.
Yeah, she's in there already.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why I was going to mention before you pop up that list.
On number 4, you got another one?
On her tweets and like said the way she talked down to blacks and basically been an advocate for white devils. I can't believe that. I lost all respect for her.
You got somebody negative?
Not that I know of off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go. We got enough to argue, man. We're gonna go ahead and copy these to the brackets, guys. Put it in the bracket randomizer, and cool. Okay, first one we have Armstrong Williams against Jesse Jackson.
I think Armstrong takes that one in the landslide.
Landslide. And if you don't know who Armstrong Williams is, you got enough time to Google. YouTube.
Okay. All those in favor of Jesse Jackson say aye.
I don't know. I don't really know about Armstrong Williams, but it's just
give us a little bit of
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what I know about Armstrong Williams. He was the first that I can remember black man on national television talking down against black people like a lot of them do now. He was like their godfather. He's like the first of that kind.
He's the first bootleg.
So he's the first real Clayton Bigsby.
Damn.
Pretty much.
Basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Then he gets my vote.
Okay. So Armstrong Williams will advance. That was a sub round anyway. Next one we have is Miles Sharpton versus Don King.
Oh
man, listen.
Damn.
Can I say? Oh man, I'll let y'all go first.
I don't know much about that.
I'm gonna say Al Sharpton because he have a bigger platform.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm gonna echo them sentiments only because hold on, who's Al Sharpton going against now?
Don King.
Only in America.
Don
King be cool, but Al Sharpton is like you said, he has a higher platform.
Yeah, Don King mainly. He didn't discriminate. You had money, he beat you out of it.
Yeah.
But when you're a person
Don King was just shiesty.
Right. When you're a person who equates yourself with being a man of God, a reverend, and you're a leader, and you mislead, and your cause is only generated behind what money you can gather. And it's like you're not, it's like I always tell people, like I had a cousin who was talking about becoming a preacher, and I always told him, like, you better be careful what you're doing with that, because you don't ever want to be punished for misleading people, misleading God people like that. So within that framework, I haven't seen anything that Jesse Jackson or Al Sharpton has done for the cause of the agenda of their I guess their predecessor, Dr. King. Nobody has even come close to that, but we still march. They still lead these marches. They still got their hand. They're playing both sides of the fence. So
yeah,
I don't look at King. I don't look at King because King is in a business. But when it comes to quote unquote shepherding your people, I guess.
Yeah.
And you fraudulently do it. I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna get this one here to Sharpton.
Anybody in favor of Jesse? Anybody in favor of Don King? Say aye. All right. Al Sharpton will take it. Okay.
I win that time.
Damage Hair versus Armstrong Williams.
Who was the first person?
Damage Hair, the guy who murdered Malcolm X.
Oh.
Well, it's a lot.
Yeah. We don't know. He didn't act. He didn't act alone. I do know that FBI had already infiltrated Malcolm's security at that point. So they was the ones pulling the strings. But
But he was,
but he did pull the trigger. He did sell out and pull the trigger.
Yep.
So who he up against?
He ruined a generation.
He said Armstrong Williams.
I'm still gonna. He stopped the movement. I'm probably gonna still say Armstrong because, like you said, Dixie, like he didn't act solely because of his
right.
Because that's right. He didn't act solely upon his displeasure. He acted upon there was a job.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I read he said he acted because he was upset with the criticism of Elijah Muhammad. He actually had personal.
But again, it wasn't personal. It wasn't personal. It was because somebody else planted the seed, or it was because of something that wasn't rooted in his own displeasure. See what I'm saying? Like I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, and also stats. You got. I don't know if you don't. I've done this research, and that's why I'm saying this. And I'm not getting on a high horse. I'm just saying I took the time to research this. What happened was when Malcolm said what he said about Elijah, it turned out to be true, but that was it. Well, the FBI found the avenue to divide and conquer at that point. So what they started doing was playing Malcolm against the NOI. So there's you can go on YouTube right now and listen to a interrogation of the FBI trying to get Malcolm X to flip on Elijah Muhammad, but he wouldn't do it. But they were playing both sides, and again, they had already infiltrated Malcolm's security. Like, so that was the storm they needed to eliminate one of them, or if not both. But they ended up getting Malcolm. But the FBI was really behind that whole thing. Only thing Malcolm X contributed to is that he publicly criticized Elijah Muhammad. That was it.
Right.
All the other stuff, the FBI had their hands all in it. J. Edgar Hoover had his hands all in it.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, of course.
That's a whole discussion by itself.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Armstrong Williams because he's given birth to so many of these sellout, double agent, bootlicking, Uncle Tom mofos.
Motherfuckers. A lot of them out there.
All right. Those are
Creed brother.
Those are papers of damage hair. Say aye.
I'll say aye. I think he killed a movement. Sadly,
yeah.
Armstrong will advance. Next one we have Stacey Dash versus I Believe I Can Fly. R. Kelly.
Oh shit!
Hey, Stacey Dash in the last slide.
Yeah.
Stacey Dash.
Hey, not to minimize what R. Kelly's doing. What he's doing is what he did and is doing is terrible. But allegedly, it's terrible. You're right, Notes. It's terrible.
No, ain't no damn allegedly here.
But setting a whole race back is a totally different thing.
Yeah.
I used to be an R. Kelly fan.
He did kind of set our race back with the damn gigolo shit, though.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was never an R. Kelly fan. Like I said, when that spoof song came out after the alleged, molestation or pedophilia with I think a Leo, with a toot, with the fruit punch.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm gonna say from 93, from 91 when his first album dropped to 98 maybe. Yeah. If you wouldn't listen bumping no R. Kelly, you wouldn't get none.
Real.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny, Big T? You wouldn't get nothing. Hey, give some fruit snacks and a Capri Sun.
Right.
It is crazy though, because I was just I just got through converting all my CDs to my hard drive a couple days ago, and I ran across Sparkle. And
that was my joint.
That was a joint though. I can't front on that.
That's my favorite R. Kelly album.
You can't deny being musical talented.
Yeah, I mean that no doubt. Musically, like he's one. He's definitely up there with the greats. But his scandals have just really ruined him to me.
Oh
yeah,
I can deny that damn fucking gigolo shit.
Hey, I like gigolo.
Hey,
what about when
RTO, that wasn't his song.
I know it was, but he produced it though.
He wrote the song. He wrote it.
He did. and it was a hit record. Whether we like it, it worked for somebody.
But you know what? The same. You know what's crazy about that is though? The same can be said for Marvin Gaye. But we don't talk about Marvin Gaye like that because so much time has passed, and I think this will happen with R. Kelly as well. I think time will pass, and when he died, they'll exalt him as the greatest since Marvin Gaye. Now think about Marvin Gaye.
They need to quit.
Had underage. Nona Gaye's mother was underage when he was messing with her, and
R. Kelly pissing on her.
She was 17.
Yeah, so
I didn't know about Marvin Gaye. I didn't know what he did.
But as much as we criticize R. Kelly, no doubt, I'm not taking away from his acts or whatever. But if you give it, I give it about 10 years, 10 to 15 more years, or when he dies, he'll be exalted, and all this rest of the stuff it'll be just footnotes.
Shit, Hurts ain't gonna be that long. He on a hit record right now that's killing radio with Chris Brown.
You got gonorrhea.
Man, I'm going with Stacey. I'm going with Stacey Dash, but I just gotta say this nigga called himself the Pied Piper. So I just gotta say that.
My thing is, who hasn't pissed on somebody when you do shit?
Hold on, wild body. This nigga said who hasn't.
Hey, not intentional.
Who hasn't pissed on the motherfucker a few times?
That ain't all he did.
Try to get to the bathroom, man. Hey, sometimes stuff happens.
That's a joke, man. But okay, we're going to go ahead and nominate Stacey Dash. Hey, Malik, you were saying something?
No, that's why I was going with Stacey Dash. And I was saying I didn't know nothing about Marvin Gaye with what he did. I mean, the only thing I remember about him was he was shot by his father protecting his mother.
He was a punisher.
No, she was 17.
Yep. Marvin Gaye.
Wow, you ain't fit.
Next we have is
the fuck ain't.
Tyler Perry versus the Wow Sharpton.
Halle Berry versus Al Sharpton.
Tough one.
He said Tyler Perry. He said Tyler Perry.
Oh, Tyler Perry. Okay.
Halle Berry. Hey, man. I'm trying to answer first, man. Go ahead.
Al Sharpton.
This one is tough because
I know, right?
I come from a well-grounded. Let me tell you, I come from a well-grounded family, and Tyler Perry was able to flip my family. I don't know how he did it, but they love themselves some Tyler Perry, and I can't stand it. They're like, how do y'all watch this coony ass shit? This man in a dress running around saying all the stereotypical things.
Hello, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, but it's.
Oh God,
it's different though with Martin. It's not the same with Martin. No, it's not the same.
This is a different level to me.
It's.
So Jamie Foxx and Wanda ain't the same thing either?
No, I mean, I know. I get where you going, BG. I get it. But it just seems different for some reason.
I'm gonna tell you why it's different. I'm gonna explain it. This is why it's different. We supposed to know better now, okay? And he's still doing it. Well, Jamie and Martin did that. I can't say we knew better. And also, the second difference is it was basically for Jamie, it was a once in a while thing on Living Color. For Martin, it was a once in a while thing on his show, and then Big Mama House. But Tyler Perry has made a fucking franchise out of this shit.
Yeah, that's true.
He on like movie number 20 with this shit.
Like I say, it's gonna be the next one's gonna be fucking Madea Goes to Space.
Why you bullshitting? It might be.
Shit.
Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't
had shooting Martians. Like, oh hell no! Shooting Martians and shit with a Glock. Like,
I think the point too though is that even with him doing drag and doing all these Madea movies, I think his message. See, when Martin was doing Shanae, it was purely based in the comedy of within the framework of the show.
Yeah.
What you have with Tyler Perry is that he facilitates a whole different agenda.
Right, she's the main character.
Right, but not only that, but think about, man, Tyler Perry is probably one of the most anti-black men in America. On top of him being a black man. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, he first the agenda. Every movie is about just pretty much male
black men fucking up.
Yeah, and high five to the, you know, I mean, okay, no question, high five to the ladies, all this, but don't use your platform.
It'd be ridiculous the shit he be doing though.
Right, to denigrate
niggas
black
gonna
men.
Be acting like that.
Like,
come on, man.
If you look at every show, man, every time he does a production, except with what's the joint called, A Family That Prays. But everything else is pretty much has the same plot. And has the same underplot as well, you know, in terms of the message, the agenda that he's setting forth on. If you look at his shows on, which I don't watch, my wife watches them. But it seems like the most educated and uneducated alike gravitate to this dude for some reason. So no, I'm gonna say Tyler.
I'm going with Tyler too.
Damn, I would have thought everyone was going for Al Sharpton.
Let me tell you, man, my sister. Y'all think I'm revolutionary. Y'all think I'm pro-black. My sister is me times 10. She was reading Malcolm when she was in middle school. You know what I'm saying? And she liked that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But Dixon, we had to read that because it was on the reading list.
I'm just saying,
when I was in 8th grade, that was on.
No, you ain't lying. I had to too.
Yeah, that was on our reading list.
Not at Hell at high school. Not in my school district. It was them motherfuckers want us to read shit black. But she did on her own. But what I'm saying, because when we were growing up, at my mom's house, me and my other sister, we were like, you know, Americana or whatever, you know. And then my other sister was like, fuck all that shit, you know. She wasn't with it at all. But she loved my whole family loved that Tyler Perry shit. I'm the only one that go in the back room when that shit come up.
The only thing that I can watch that is of Tyler Perry is not. I don't even know the show is on no more. Not to Beat the Browns, but the other one, the first one. Yeah,
the pain.
Yeah, that was the only one I could watch.
I ain't even like that. Only thing he's done that I will watch is Daddy Little Girls. And maybe the first Why I Get Married. That's it. I can't do it.
I never seen it. You know, I did. I don't know if I like that movie or not. The Why I Get Married.
Oh, y'all don't like that one at all.
No, you know what?
I like Daddy's Little Girls.
But think about what he did in the Why Did I Get Married too. He killed off a good black dude. That's the second one, right? Right. So that's what I'm saying. So that again, that agenda of, you know, I don't know, man. I can't get behind nothing that.
No, I heard what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. It seems like even in Daddy's Little Girls, now that I think about it, he always got to show black men at their worst. Yeah. You know, it's never he got it going on
some regular shit.
Right, on some regular shit. He always got to be. He got fucking 12 cases against him.
But one thing about it is he made sure that he did that on what's the joint he did Alex Cross. He made sure he did that on that one, and he made sure he made himself look good when he was on The Family That Prays. Now so you know, I would say him over Al by default again.
Perfect Man or whatever.
I'm gonna say him over Al because he's captivated more black minds than Al.
Oh man, that has, I'm telling you.
It just seems like
Al has to wait for an issue to come up for him to do what he do. Right.
Tyler ain't gotta wait. Currently doing it now.
Right.
In real time.
But to further that point though, just like you were talking about earlier about Oprah and her network, if Tyler Perry was to snatch all of his programming from that network would now be defunct because he's all over that network. Yeah. Man, my wife watches that shit like it was church on TV.
Let me tell you, Hurst. Look. Let me tell you. Now, the one show he has on that network is not really from a social standpoint. It's not really a bad show. But what I hate about it, and that's the have and have not. But what I hate about the show is it's on a technical standpoint. Because my wife watches that, and I watched a couple episodes with her. Like I give him props. He got black judges, black lawyers, black doctors, black all that shit. It's just like The Wire did. Like they showed us in both lights. But what I hate about the fucking show is that he'll fucking have a dialogue scene like it's 1985, like it used to be on the soap operas. he'll have just these same two people having a conversation for a whole goddamn segment. I'm like, man, you can't do that today. You got to switch to something else. Like,
yeah, here watching Dynasty and shit.
Right. Like our attention spans can't. Like, no.
I just think there's a whole bunch of, Tyler Perry movie is a whole bunch chucking and jiving, cooning, and then the last 2 minutes, everything's like, positive or a message, then the shit goes off.
Hey, let's eat some.
The only thing I will give him props for, and he's not the only one, but the thing I do give him props for, he do put a lot of black people, although we don't like his content. He's the first. Well, he's the second. He's the second. Talent. Hold on. Oh. He keeps a lot of black people working, and he's the second person to own in the modern era to own a black studio. Period.
That's true.
The first person in the modern era was Tim Reed, but his failed.
I didn't know Black Panther.
I wish the Wayans brothers shit fell through.
But
they was trying with that studio out here, but it never happened.
Yeah. Well, what happened with Tim Reed is that all the black actors and black people at that time who were in position to make movies, and then again, the number back then wasn't as great as it is now. It was only a handful back then. They weren't fucking with him like they should have been. Pause.
Right. And Tim Reed was very instrumental in a lot of stuff, man, that was going on back early on before even the shit.
Right. So I give Tyler props for that for two things: building a black-owned studio and doing it in the South, where they say movies got to be made in Hollywood, and for keeping black actors and actresses to and work. I give him props for that.
Oh, you forgot about the other thing about his movies. You got to have the customary old sage scene at the end where they bring everybody together. They're gonna bring up Mama June.
And another thing I hate about his movies is them damn titles. Shit. Them titles so cliche. Oh God.
Hey. All right, let's
not just sitting to think about stuff y'all don't like.
Let's open up the thing.
All right, let's get together.
Those in favor for Al Sharpton say aye. Damn, Tyler Perry takes it. All right, next round we have OJ versus the two O's. OJ versus Omarosa.
Oh, this is very intriguing.
That's difficult.
Very intriguing.
I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Man, I'm going with OJ.
I'm going with Omarosa.
Why you say that?
I'm gonna say a tie.
I mean, because she's sitting up there making a damn fool of herself. And black people.
I'm gonna go.
Go ahead.
I think OJ had Go ahead.
Because at one time, OJ was the #1 black person in America.
That's why I'm going with OJ.
There you go.
That motherfucker had all eyes on
shit
him.
on us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go OJ.
That nigga made it a point.
Wow.
Like all eyes is on OJ. Like he was running.
OJ will be the equivalent. Like what he did was that the entire black America met their hero in person with him. You know what I'm saying? They say, no, don't meet your heroes. The entire black community met their hero with him. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know nothing about the good OJ.
He was
at least no, he was worse than Jordan because Jordan at least wouldn't say anything. OJ said something. He made it plain.
Yeah,
I ain't with y'all.
This nigga made it known, his known fact. He don't fuck with that.
It's really crazy.
Somebody heard him.
Hey, K Beat 777. You got a point there, brother. Y'all just gonna skip past Steve Harvey.
Steve's
bullshit has been recent though.
Small time.
Did we already do the Coon Awards?
Yeah.
Right. We did those already.
This is cultural impact. I'm gonna say OJ.
Yeah.
All right,
OJ really.
I'll go OJ because Omarosa didn't do nothing but her fucking self.
Exactly, like this fucking OJ, man.
Anybody favor Omarosa?
Like we expected Omarosa to do what she did. Nobody expected OJ to do what he did in the second.
But it's just a case. It's both individuals mentally have a complex.
Inferiority complex.
They have a complex when it comes to who
Massive.
they are. So
You know what? I have a different opinion. I think Omarosa is all about the dollars. Like,
me too.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a matter of she doesn't like black people. I just think whoever has the biggest check, she's gonna go for it.
You know,
don't sell out.
Hey, Omarosa at least marry a black man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
OJ dumped his black woman and the hell with her.
And Marguerite for those man, Marguerite was a bad woman in them times.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just with OJ, it's like, where the fuck did you get this from? Nigga, you grew up in Potrero Hill and went to fucking Galileo High. Like, I just
realized WIDEBODY had a do-rag on.
You know what? For real?
What's up, Jewels?
Hey.
Goddamn Beamer, Benson, Bentley.
Let's open up the vote. Next, don't
pull it down.
You got me. What can I do that?
Y'all hell on wheels.
Everybody see Joel lately? Like he got
yeah, he going through some shit.
Why everybody got the Joel Santana set up?
Hey,
yo, it looked like he on that shit.
Yeah. Joel's going through it right now, man.
Wow.
That's people that I know that have that dysfunction in their facial area like that.
Yeah,
are cocaine users.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I can't say it's definitely that, but that's what it looked like to me.
It's either that or he had a stroke.
I'm gonna say,
and we ain't hear shit about no stroke.
That don't mean he didn't have it. That don't mean he didn't have one.
It ain't got to be a massive one. It could be like something that's really on a minute scale, like a light stroke.
But he be teeth grinding and shit, man. It's nice. So
couldn't feel his face.
Bobby Brown the same way.
Which Jules?
Jules Santana.
Jules Santana. Damn.
Yeah.
Him and Lil Wayne made a track. I can't feel my face.
He got a picture with Lil Wayne recently.
How'd it go again, WIDEBODY?
Hey,
but when he was on his game though, he was my favorite Dipset member.
I like his. I love it. Hey, is he?
I can't feel my face.
All right, we got Armstrong Williams versus Stacey Dash.
Armstrong Williams versus who?
Stacey Dash.
Oh man.
Well, he is the original Stacey Dash.
Armstrong Williams. Without him, there'll be no her.
So Armstrong Williams, anybody's favorite Stacey Dash stinking ass? Okay, Armstrong Williams takes it, and Tyler Perry versus OJ.
Oh damn!
Oh god!
Damn! Damn!
I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Yep.
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry ain't never said that shit.
Right. I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Hey Malik, any closing thoughts on this? You got Tyler Perry, you got OJ in the room. Who you picking?
They thought his ass was black when he locked him up.
Who you picking now, Malik?
Tyler Perry and OJ. Ooh, that's a real tough one.
At least Tyler Perry can give me a job.
Go Tyler Perry.
At least we know that Tyler Perry like hiring his own people.
Get memorabilia. It's mine. We're gonna go take it.
He might not like the finished product, but he at least gonna put his people in work. Put them in work.
And you gonna get paid.
He gonna make Dixie the hometown bully.
So Malik, thoughts, man? You got the first vote. Malik, I need your vote, brother.
Oh, I voted Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry, okay. You started off. Okay. Anybody in favor of OJ?
Yeah, I like some crushed ice. Some crushed ice.
Damn, okay.
That being said, let's go down the line and get the accurate vote. Bless girl, who you got?
OJ.
RTO.
The juice.
Okay. Mike Notes.
Right on.
Okay, Malik X. Tyler Perry, I got your vote. Dixie Freely.
I'm gonna say OJ, and also I'm saying OJ because this motherfucker had us rooting for him in that case, and then this motherfucker turned around and spit in our face again.
The juice.
All skin folk ain't my kinfolk.
Okay, let's go with gigahertz.
Orenthal.
Orenthal. That's probably why they probably made fun of his name when he was younger.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but shit. So
they probably gave him the name OJ. Shit.
Yeah. Like he was. Oh my bad.
Hey, yo, black man said Cooney and picks. Who you got, Dav? Sorry.
Going with Mr. Hertz.
Mr. Hertz.
Mr. Hertz.
That's okay. Black Stacks. Big Stacks. God damn it.
Black Stacks.
Big Stucco.
Big Stack.
Big Stucco.
I'm going with not black, he's OJ.
Okay. One last, Mr. Mims, we got me.
Get that one.
OJ. OJ.
We got OJ and Armstrong Williams in the finals. Armstrong Williams and OJ. Not even fair. Okay, all those in favor of OJ, Armstrong Williams, say aye. OJ?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, aye.
Armstrong Williams?
Yeah.
Oh, OJ.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's take
do it official.
Okay. Let's open it up with Big Stacks, OJ or Armstrong Williams.
OJ, bigger impact, I think.
Davenport.
Shit. OJ.
Gadget.
OJ.
Damn. Gigahertz.
Orenthal.
Damn. Dixie.
OJ.
Damn. DJ Widebody, I'd go with OJ.
Tropicana.
League X.
OJ.
He said, oh.
Damn, goddamn, OJ is getting 8 from the inside out.
Double L. Double lowercase L on that.
Widebody, you ain't shit for real. You was so ain't shit, dude.
You ain't. Hey. Hold the hell.
Widebody moonwalking with motherfucking gasoline draws on the hell.
Notes.
Yeah, buddy.
Black man said wowzers.
Go catch it.
That one got me feeling like Eddie Murphy. Now turn the goddamn lights.
Damn, Widebody.
Dixie, hold on, Dixie. It's a rooted reason for that statement.
Yeah.
He said something.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and go with OJ Simpson on this one. He's got it by a landslide. So congratulations to OJ Simpson for having the first impact on black. Tallying up all the votes, he has set us back a good 435 years. Thank you, OJ. And then also on the other side of things,
back to damn jail again.
Goddamn Widebody.
Okay, man, that was cool, man. Hey. So
went back to jail.
He just got to play shit off, though.
You know, I learned a lot from this discussion here. You know, although people have made impacts, they also have made bad impacts, man. And you know, what I wanted to speak about was on Oprah, man. That lady had everyone's ear and eyes, man. She could have done so much more to uplift her people, man.
Yeah,
really been someone to look up to, but instead she took it and she used it for evil and all the other wrong things, man. It's a shame that when we make it to a certain point, some of us don't come back and reach back for other people the way we should. Which, you know, I mean, we're in a different class.
She might come around still, you know.
Yeah, right. How long she been doing this shit? Since 83, 84?
Something like that.
She was around in the late 70s on news and shit.
You know what's fucking funny? She might have a chance to actually be the president, next president, man.
Man, that's Ophelia. Oh, you gonna help black people? Hell no. Oh, y'all didn't get a Color Purple reference? Okay.
But you know, Trump
hell no.
I'll take anybody but Trump right now.
Trump has ushered that in. Now, you know, you might have these celebrities wanting to get into politics now, so it's not far-fetched, man. It's really not far-fetched. All I want, if Gail could be her vice president, because I think that I think that'd be good. Gail cool.
Wow.
Hey, why you going? Hey, Gail King can get it.
Word is mine.
Shit.
God damn, Dixie.
You see she was flirting with Houston on that interview? I seen it.
Hey,
Gail likes she likes to go out to eat.
Hey, she can eat some hot dogs.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Stupid. Pause. Jacksonville.
Hey, Auntie, where you at, man?
I'm right here.
Yeah. How is that pause though? How is that pause? How is that pause? God, man.
It just sound wrong.
Shoot, well, I'll pause.
It's not a pause. It's just a whoa.
Oh.
All right, go ahead.
Man. Right.
What you got? What? Why about it? What?
Huh? Go ahead, brother.
Why about his final thoughts?
Well, my final. Oh, I don't have any. Anybody got a nice final thought? Go ahead.
On what?
Hey, final thought, man. Hey, love thyself. No matter what your color is, or what your background. Know thyself. Right. Love thyself.
I got a final thought.
Go ahead, brother.
Motherfuckers need to chill on this whole black-owned shit.
Why?
Because motherfuckers cannot survive off black-owned businesses alone. Motherfuckers be acting like, yo, Black Panther was filmed by a white Jewish company, and
oh, okay, I get you. Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm sorry about that too.
Go ahead, Gad. Say it, please.
Like, goddamn,
let's have this moment.
We talked about it.
Show me a nigga who makes a better taco than Jose. That owns a fucking taco truck, and I'll give business. I'll buy tacos.
Hey, he was in LA, but his spot got shut down.
We kind of talked about this before you came on, guys. It's like I kind of said earlier, I'm like sick and tired of all the armchair philosophers on Facebook talking about this movie.
Yes.
Like, just enjoy the fucking movie. It was a great movie. It's like you got a black executive at Marvel who spearheaded this movie to begin with.
Uh-huh.
Then he went out and got a young black director from the Bay, and he went out and got all these black cast members. It's like, dude, come on, we can't.
And also one of the writers is from Memphis also.
Yeah, it's like you can't have it your way 100% of the time. Like, please.
And first of all, the Black Panther is written by black people in the comics. In the real comics, it's written by two black writers.
Yep. Right. And to go deeper in context, is rooted in the whole tradition of the Black Panther movement.
Much shit that we consume, and we want to be picky now. Like, really?
Yeah,
but they go to show you that you can never satisfy. You can never satisfy people as a whole, because I watched that movie and I have my point. I didn't have issues with it, but I have my my moments where but overall I didn't want my thoughts about certain parts of the movie to overshadow how great this movie was. But soon after me and my wife and daughter left, she was on Facebook and she was saying how people were dissecting it, saying this, saying that, and I'm like, it's amazing how people don't come together and talk about Tyler Perry movies like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't be like, well, you know what? I think the way he was wearing that wig is such a disgrace of, I ain't hear nobody talking about how black men need to step up and be more men, stop being effeminate. Nobody said nothing about that kind of shit when y'all watching that.
Nobody dissected what's love got to do with it.
No.
Oh, I did. I did though, guys. Well, man, the way that Ike was handing out the SmackDown, man, God.
But this is a real conversation, and let's be serious here, because let's keep it in the modern day era, because there was no social media back then to dissect it globally the way we can now. But I'm just getting tired of people trying to be the smartest person in the room. I don't want to hear your take on the film. I don't want to hear all that. What, did you like it or did you not? Oh, okay, cool.
Nobody said that shit about Captain America. Nobody said that shit about
exactly.
Because there was no point to, because it's just fucking movie.
To me, this is what I think it is, and I'm not saying this is my thoughts are correct or the only thought. I'm just from my timeline, the people I see doing that kind of shit are just disgruntled, miserable people looking to talk down on something.
Of course,
yeah.
You know, and especially when it's something that a collective of black people are getting behind. I don't care what it is, because I remember when the show Scandal first came on, and Scandal ain't the best show in the world. Whatever you think about, you think. But it had nothing to do with the show. It was the fact that a lot of black women were talking about the show. That these same people was fuck Scandal. I ain't going and watching no Scandal. You know, like, well, don't watch it. Right. I didn't watch it. You know, I'm not going to get on there and hate me.
Hold on. But a lot of it's a lot of hypocrisy, because she's praised for fucking a married guy. Yeah. Oh, Olivia Pope is doing her thing.
I didn't even know about all that.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, but that's like I said, you can I understand why some people don't get with the show, but that's not why. That wasn't their argument. Their argument was against so many black people, mostly women, liking the show. It's the same thing with this Black Panther, because so many of us are liking this movie. They got to be negative.
You know, yeah, just like when the shit first came out, everybody black on black crime. Like, who was I forgot? Somebody on Twitter tweeted about that's why white people don't be taking us serious, because we be so extra about shit. Talking about people doing the cosplay for going to see Black Panther.
But they do the same shit.
Motherfuckers going up, motherfuckers cosplay for Star Wars.
Okay. I'm gonna say this in response to that bullshit. I'm gonna say this. I don't care about what white people respect and don't respect, but I guarantee they gonna the Marvel and Disney gonna respect them goddamn numbers, and they gonna make a part 2 of this film.
Oh, hell yeah!
You should quit, bro.
Part 5 is already greenlighted.
You see what I'm saying? So that's all the thing we need to be talking about in terms of respect.
Widebody stupid, yeah.
It'd be some hate, man. It'd be some hate. One post said, "Why can't we unify like this around black on black crime?" It's like, I don't care. In St. Louis, we have a group that marches about black
crime. There's no such thing as black on black crime.
Listen, we got a group here that every quarter of the year, I would say, they march. Stop the violence, all this and all that. Guess what? There's still going to be violence. You know why? Because there's poverty. The problem ain't black on black crime. It's poverty. And it's the lack of education. When a person is starving and they lack education, guess what? They going to do what they feel they need to do to eat.
I've always said
right
that.
Or wrong. And as far as black on black crime, I'm so sick and tired of hearing that shit, because people kill where they live. If you look at violent crimes in this country, 90% of violent crimes are interracial, meaning more white people kill more white people, more blacks kill blacks, and so on, because people kill where they live.
Right. Yes. You know, if you put a whole bunch of Martians in the community and starve them out and really didn't have any resources or any currency, they'd probably be fucking robbing and stealing and killing, man. Just how
right. That's just society. That's what white people too.
And everywhere.
It's just that what it is that people, you know, the Sly Fox News, they play up that black on black crime shit because they don't want to address the real issue, which is white supremacy. They don't want to address that, so they completely throw that up in the face when it's a cop shooting an unarmed black man. Like, they don't want to address the real issue or why he felt he could do that and get away with it.
Right.
So, you know, and I remember my brother threw it in my face one time. He said, well, you ain't complaining about black on black crime. And I'm like, nigga, let me explain something to you. I said, I can pick and choose when I'm around New and Doughboy. But I can't pick and choose when I'm around Bubba Skinner. He omnipresent. You know what I'm saying? So you tell me which one I should worry about. The peacekeeper who's supposed to be keeping peace that can just shoot me for having a broken tail light, or the people I ain't got to be around unless I want to go over there.
Yeah.
And the other part they're not addressing is the white entitlement. Why these guys are shooting and killing people, and no one's talking about their cultural problem. They're talking about mental health, the guns. No, white people fucked up.
Hey, wait a minute, hold on, because there's something that just happened in wherever the White House is the other day. Some white woman.
This motherfucker said wherever the White House is. You mean DC?
Pennsylvania Avenue. I couldn't think
Somebody
it was
help
DC.
this guy.
Hey, shut up, man. Can I get my point across, please?
Hey,
goddamn, man.
It's all you, bro. Wherever the White House is.
This woman was she was trying to drive through the she did drive through the barricade with the gun at the White House.
It made it out alive.
Motherfuckers. Of course. Matter of fact, she had the gun. They subdue her and take the gun out of her hand and with and all that. She's all good. I mean, everything's all good. She ain't get shot up and none of that shit. Even though she drove through the damn barricade at the White House with the gun multiple times. This ain't her first time doing it. She's a serial White House running through her.
She's white, of course.
You're not surprised, right?
Yeah, we know that.
She's a serial White House runner through her.
But the thing is, what I'm saying is, of course, I mean, because it's a white lady, they didn't fear, shit, she got a gun. I didn't fear my life. I had to shoot and kill. We're going to subdue her. We're going to subdue her and take the gun away like it's no problem and everything's all good. But still, we got motherfuckers out here getting shot for holding a knife and shit.
Running away.
Because they fear for their life. For holding nothing. I mean, that too. I'm just coming with, of course, holding nothing, but I'm thinking about the ones when people have something and they fear for their lives for that.
Then a black lady.
Listen, man. Listen. This is just my estimation. I don't be surprised if you see these police shootings against unarmed black people go down during the Trump administration. Let me explain why. I think, and I could be wrong, but I think a lot of those killer cops, Klansmen / cops, were reconciling with the fact that a black man is running this country they were reconciling that with an open season on black man in the street.
Yep.
I believe that.
Yep.
I predicted it.
Not to say that it was right.
Theory.
Yeah.
Hell no, it ain't right. I'm just saying.
Based on what, Jackson?
Realistic group conflict theory. When you encroach on white people's powers, Bloomer predicted that you see an uptick in violence and discrimination when you encroach on their power. And I predicted that before he even got elected. I said, watch violence go up. I had a thread on social that was talking about that. Watch.
And to prove that on a less egregious practice, my mom told me in our hometown that's the first time since the 60s she had seen the town that racist. There were liquor stores in our town that went out of business because when Obama got elected, they started telling black people, y'all ain't welcome here no more. You know what I'm saying? So now that is not a violent thing, but that's a change in mentality. So that also supports my
mentality was always there to me.
It was always there, but it wasn't secret anymore. Put it that way. You know,
Dixie, you said they banned all black people from the liquor store.
They told them y'all not welcome here no more.
And they're not in business anymore, right?
No, they went out of business that same year. You know, and that's called cutting your nose off to spite your face. You know, but then the liquor store across the street got all the black business. Now, my point, and the reason I brought that up is because that's just a microcosm on a larger scale with the police violence. I could see how my theory still that kind of supports the theory that maybe that's how they was reconciling with the fact that they got a black man running the country.
Yeah, we gonna make y'all suffer since we gotta be under his rule. Yeah.
Yep. So if the numbers start to trend downward under Trump, don't go for the bullshit when you say, "Well, I got police shootings down." No, motherfuckers. These motherfuckers feel better about themselves. That's why the police shootings are down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This nigga got me conscious about my fucking chips.
All right. This will be this. That's gonna wrap it up for this installment of Talk That Stuff. Number 84. Ran a little bit over. That was great. Want to thank everybody. Came out. Want to thank everybody. Thank the panel. Anthony Gadget Mims, Big Stacks, Black Mav, Davenport, Gigahertz, Dixie Freely, Mike Noakes, Mr. Wallace. Hold on. RTO. That Bless Girl. Malik X, Malik Woods, Cortez Smith, Black Man of Music, Davenport, Kane Beat 777. Thank you, brother. Hope to see you back next week. Let's say peace on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Peace.
Howdy, fire.
Peace.
Peace.
I gotta go home.
So,
Orenthal.
Right. That should sound like a fucking
wood.
A used car lot. Orenthal's cars and shit.
Orenthal cars and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, that nigga had no reason to be acting like that. Nigga, you from Potrero Hill. You couldn't get more projects than that in San Francisco. That was the projects.
But that's why that's why.
Just because you're from the projects don't mean you are comfortable in the skin you're in and you have knowledge of self.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, shit.
Damn. This motherfucking track's stupid.
Any suggestions or comments regarding the show, please hit me up at adswide@gmail.com. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Hope to see you next week for Talk That Stuff number 85. Till then, everybody be safe. Take care. Watch out for the man.
Good Lord.
I got a suggestion. Take that damn picture down.
Yeah, right.
So then, stay motherfucker. I'm DJ WIDEBODY. Saying salute. See y'all out there in YouTube land. Hey.
Oh yeah,
peace. Be surprised if you get a you ain't shit email.
Hey, listen. Okay, I'm